Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of. Alright, so before we get into this episode, I've actually got to issue an apology. And I'll give the context in a second. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, basically last time that we went to review this series, it didn't end up turning out so well. And that's disheartening for a number of reasons. But basically, to get people up to speed, when we started, so I got to plug in my computer. Yeah, so the reason I was made aware of the Guardians in the first place was actually because I did a video sometime in March last year, I think, where or February might have been, for digital writing class, and that was where I said, oh, this is why I'm. Oh no, it was actually the year before. Yeah, it was March 2022, February 2022. So it was where I said, oh, why is the mutant girl my choice for the assignment? And I said the assignment because that was actually a video that I made for my university class. Like, I made it in public because, I mean, that's just what I do with everything. But the video was designed specifically to be used in that particular class as a sales pitch for why I was using the mutant girl to be assessed on for digital writing class. And I just kind of justified, I kind of like glorified it a little bit to some extent, hyped up the achievements to make sure that it was seen as something particularly worthwhile, and just overall a bit of like the story behind it and what it meant to certain people. And that's when I got a comment that from somebody who at that point I hadn't actually seen before, and it was actually this comment here. The Mutant Girl was one of the best voice-acted series I've ever seen. It is so interesting and all the characters are somehow likable, even Pop. The story improved a lot as time went on, and I'm guessing that's meant to say I'm glad you realized that. I know that not many people liked it, but some people loved it. So I believe that is enough. Your work is fantastic, and I hope you will acknowledge it. Can't wait for the future. Keep up the great work. And like, I was so very moved by that particular comment, and you probably saw the username was Prism of Voices, and so I thought, wow, that's amazing. And I could see from the vidIQ plugin that this was an active channel that was probably doing some gacha stuff. So I then went on to see, okay, so what's that what stuff does this person have to offer? I might be able to return the compliment in some way. And that's when I found out that not only was there a series on there, but it was a voice-acted series, and it was one that had been going for almost as long as The Mutant Girl. It started in December of 2019. And that's where we started out with the evolution of that. As it turns out, of course, Prism found this channel and was able to follow along with all the streams that we actually did, cringe at the opening parts, and watch as it actually quickly evolved. And, despite the fact that I understand that it can be embarrassing to have your show be reviewed by like on sort of a channel, and of course, especially in the meticulous way that we tend to do on here. But for the most part, like every video, everyone, including Prism, was entertained, which is why when the last episode came out and I received this comment, I knew something had gone wrong. It's not showing up. There we go. Okay, I also wanted to state that while I perfectly acknowledge my series isn't perfect, there are moments where I felt like people were being too harsh. I appreciate the feedback given, and I always listen to it. However, I do believe feedback can be given without calling things trash and making me feel terrible about myself. I appreciate the reviews because it means you've taken the time out of your day to talk about my series, and I couldn't be more grateful, trust me. But I do feel as if these reviews need to only inform me about what I could be doing right instead of insulting some aspects. The other reviews did that flawlessly. I appreciate the criticism and can joke about how bad things are, but some things went overboard and it stung. Once again, thank you for your time, and I know you all didn't mean any harm, but I'm already sensitive enough myself, and this didn't help. Still, I will keep some of the feedback in mind. You also did need to remind me about the one thing I did 100 times, because I already grasped my mistake by the third time. Not threef. That was from the video. I hope I've worded this well and didn't sound too mean. It wasn't my intention. Anyway, thank you so much again for reviewing my series. I mean, first of all, we're the ones who should be saying sorry for coming across as too mean. I mean, that comment was actually very succinct and it was very honest. And when I read that, yeah, I was disheartened to have received it for sure, but I'm glad that I did, because if something went wrong, then that's something to take responsibility for. So I don't remember exactly what was called trash in that video, because it was 3 hours long. I don't remember what we I think I know what one thing that we delved on several times. The only thing I can say for that is sometimes I've in Gacha reviews I tend to emphasize a certain point and come back to it several times, because if it happens particularly fairly early on, it can have massive spiral effects if it doesn't support what happens in the rest of the episode. But yeah, I will not do that in the future. And again, I don't know if it was whatever I said or the guest or anything, but for whatever part I played in that, I'm sorry. And I hope that this will actually be a bit more entertaining and all still informative, like the old Gacha reviews tend to be. All right, now back to fun, Jacob. Who's ready to review some Guardians, everyone? Let's go! All right. Also, I am joined by some other guests today. So we have Aiden.
Hi. I haven't been here. I haven't been keeping up with the series, so I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I know there's like a ball or a party. That's all I know, and I know it probably will go wrong because I think they were inviting potentially problematic people. So
Yeah, the sort of
this
they
could
already know
only
what's gonna
go
happen, yeah.
wrong. But in the world of Gacha voice acting, balls don't go well. Just look at Fallen Angels. Someone died. Well, 2 people died. Yay! So will someone die during this ball/party? Who knows? I mean
that is one of the episodes we're going to view today. It is called the Queen Party.
I mean, to be fair, the only time a ball and a voice acted Gacha thing went well, was not even the mutant girl, because
We didn't have a ball in that yet.
Well, a party/ball, something along those lines, which was Marwick's birthday. But even then, that kind of went horrible because Morwenna felt sad at that party, and then
she was already awkward during that party anyway, because she felt like she was out of place.
And then Marwick also got the watch, which became a problem the next episode from Pop.
Well, yeah, that didn't go wrong during that time. That went wrong after the party.
Yeah, parties and balls go terrible in Gacha in general.
I guess that a party that did go well was the end of year prom. The dance from Running with You.
Oh yeah,
that seemed to go well for everyone. I guess that counts.
We need to all collab one day on just a series that has a good ball that doesn't end up horrifically.
Yeah, I think up when I was talking about the positive comments, Prism said collab when joking. I mean, I've said
actually
before,
no,
I've offered to voice act for the series several times, but
do you want to collab, Prism? We could all collab. We'll do it.
Yeah, pretty sure I have you on Discord. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, Prism voice acts in the Mutant Girls. I think is it Mal? Does Prism voice Mal?
Oh yeah, technically hasn't started yet. She hasn't debuted. But
okay, Mal hasn't appeared yet. That's for later.
Yeah.
No. We make a ball series. A series about just planning a ball. Actually, that sounds really fun.
I don't know that I mean that a mini series maybe because that might get a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
If extended for too long, arguably that sort of happened in here as well. But okay, right, we're good to do some other
Well, I
guess
mean,
now.
to be
Oh,
fair, my
or not.
best guess, I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but most likely the ball was something built up, I guess. Like
It's
it's
being
like the
built
big
up
event.
currently.
It's
Yes,
the big event, I'm
it
guessing.
is. It is. Yes.
Kind of like in how I guess the ball was kind of built up in Fallen Angels, even though that was over a course of less episodes. Like that was
Okay.
more of like a mini arc.
Okay, I mean, technically, it's sort of the same amount of episodes because even though one episode is 11 and 12, I said this before, but just because you're out of the loop. So, the structure of the Guardian season 2 has been that each odd numbered episode has delved into the past of one of the particular characters. And by past, I mean like set in like their past, not like the past timeline point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then and then the even numbered episodes are the ones that are setting up the ball, the plans of PR, the group that is after the Queen, and about that, and to celebrate the Queen's coronation. So that's the structure we've got today. So we're going to go back into the past one time, Samurai Jack, and then we'll move on to the ball afterwards. So hopefully we won't be here for too long because we've got 2 videos to cover instead of 1 today. But we also have another guest, KW.
Hello! I also, since I was also in a live stream, I will also want to say I am sorry if I say anything rude or mean. Wasn't trying to. I was new to this series, so I was completely dumbfounded and confused. So sometimes I can be a little bit harsh when I'm so confused and lost. So I will apologize for that. I hope I didn't say anything rude, but if I did, I am so sorry. I hope you keep doing what you love to do by creating awesome stuff. So
Yeah.
please keep up with that.
And indeed you have, it seems, because episode 12 came out after that video. I think episode 11 was already out, but yeah, we
By the way,
by 2.
Prism, I got a question about your production of the Guardians and how long it takes you to make episodes. Like, because one thing I find really impressive about the Guardians in particular is like how fast each episode comes out. Because for what I've seen, it looks like episodes don't take like 3 to 4 month hiatuses normally.
No, the review was 2 months ago, and that's when episode 11 was out. So I guess about 2 months, I suppose.
I mean, but like episodes seem to come out a lot faster. I mean, granted, probably the Guardians doesn't have as much going on per episode as maybe some of the stuff I write, but I also write super complex stuff that takes months to produce.
Well, I don't know about that actually. Let's see, but
I don't know, but I'm just really impressed. Like
I know
how
about
long
that actually.
how
Yeah,
fast it takes. I mean, how you're able to get things out pretty efficiently. Like I am very impressed with that. Wow.
Yeah, so 30 minutes. Okay, which also means we better get a move on. So without further ado, on with the review.
Hey, Sky here.
Who's Sky?
I have PTSD
right,
over here.
Sky.
Hi, Sky here.
Wait,
who's Sky? Okay. Oh, right, Sky. Yeah, what a surprise.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain. I'm not. I just wanted to say that you're crying in the corner.
This episode is quite graphic. So.
Oh no!
It's Gacha. Trust me, it doesn't get Gacha ain't getting that graphic unless we're dealing with art. Oh yeah, who's Sky? I don't know, Prism. I mean, do you know Sky? I mean, I feel like you know Sky very well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very funny.
I know of a Sky. Won't care to admit at this point.
Oh God.
Gacha blood. Yeah, I will be properly once this stream ends. I'll be turning off monetization for it pretty much immediately. So get all your super chats out now. I'm kidding.
Wait, I forgot. Wait, are you monetized?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
For membership.
Oh my God. Okay, Jacob, we have to do a party. We have to like open the cocktails and the wine bottles and.
Oh yeah, for 2 people who don't drink alcohol, that's gonna be a great idea.
Yeah, that's great. You know, you could be there drinking alcohol. We'll just watch you get drunk.
You know what's in this
didn't do any membership because I'm broke because I already bought my kids for my family member's birthday today. So
It's fine. Although, actually, speaking of paid memberships or whatever, Prism has a Patreon now. I was going to put that in the description of this video, but then pretty much immediately, Aiden called an impromptu session for writing for a new Gacha series that we're working on. So, yeah, I just kind of forgot about it. But you have the link to you have the playlist link in the description anyway. So at least subscribe to the channel. I'm sure the Patreon link is going to be somewhere in the channel itself. Hopefully, anyway.
yeah.
I mean, you could probably update the link later, anyways. I mean, you're gonna have to update.
yeah.
You're gonna have to update this video later, anyways, for monetization. So might as well.
That's true. Is it a ball series? It has a ball in it, actually.
Yes.
You know what? We will talk later.
But this time.
Oh, by the way, Prism, are you gonna switch to Gacha Life too? This is.
Oh my god, Aiden, you can ask about this later.
I don't think the yes was pointing towards me. It was pointing towards us.
No, that was the ball. Yeah, okay, the talk later thing. I mean, I would guess so because
didn't the Guardian switch from Gacha Life to
Gacha Club? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. That was the longest that it took, actually, was sometime during season 1. It was like a year-long gap, and then immediately came back to like, oh, okay, yeah, this is way more artsy now.
Yeah.
So, just fairness out there. Thank you.
You're just sitting there crying in the corner.
Okay, 3 years ago, 23rd of June, 2015. Okay.
Dang, we're in the future. What age are we in?
Okay, yeah, so so the Guardians, it goes between like the past, present, and future. Or at least I think what we determined last episode, which was part of what caused the strife, was the fact that it can't be like a one fixed timeline, because then every like butterfly effect event would affect something that happens in the future. So it's like 3 separate dimensions that all seem to that mirrors of each other, but one of them started before the others, and it just kind of like kicked in a domino effect. So one of them is called the past, the present, and the future, and that's yeah.
I don't think I'll switch it to Gacha Life 2 because
she's reading a comment.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
No, that's fair enough, honestly, because if you have to like keep switching, it's definitely kind of rough, because you don't know if you can like export your character such from Gacha Club to Gacha Life 2 and stuff.
Can, because like what I plan to do at least is just convert the character designs in Gacha Life 2 and just pretend it was always in that.
I mean,
like,
wait, have you?
It only becomes an issue. Yeah, it only becomes an issue if you switch while you're in production for a particular episode. If you do it in between episodes, then ideally no one notices. Or if you just design the characters to mimic the visuals of the first episode, then you could technically get away with it. But either way, each person's going to have to make a decision eventually within a month's time.
Wait, you can export your characters from Gacha Club to Gacha Life 2?
No, but you can make them look like they were always in there. Yes.
Okay, I was saying especially if you can't export the characters, because you might have to do all that designing all over again.
Oh no, it's probably gonna be a pain in the butt, but
Yeah, I've been through it before with the Mutant Girl, so yeah, it's
gonna be worse with season 2 because we have more characters to redesign.
I don't think it's worth it
that's true.
to switch it till you're on the next season, honestly.
Wait, but technically
that's gonna be in several years' time. That's probably not several.
No. I'm not saying Aiden needs to do that. I'm just saying for general, for those who are almost done with their shows and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Because for me, Komai season 2 might be on Gacha Life 2, just depending when it comes out. The Zelda project will still be on Gacha Club, and that will be my last project of the year for Gacha Club.
Yeah.
So
if Guardians does end up having a 3rd season, then potentially it's worth considering. But yeah, for now, we are approaching the end game supposedly, so we'll see. Okay, yeah, now I get it, because of if that was framed a little bit, if that was zoomed in more, it would have been way more worthy of a content warning.
What is this for, Chara?
Relax.
Relax? You're not the one getting injected with a weird liquid.
Ew,
to keep you at bay.
ew,
You're not a
ew.
dog.
You
Oh
might
my
as well
god.
be.
I'm
Darn
sorry,
it.
Aiden. What were you saying before about just being gacha?
Okay.
There's no ever that graphic?
No, it's not that. It's injections is what gets me. Injections, needles, that kind of stuff legitimately gets me. Or realistic
like-
blood. It's just
you're like
the fact
you're like
that, like,
Goku.
for example, with Fallen Angels, the blood isn't realistic enough for me to actually feel queasy about it. But like, if Adam were to be locked in a mental hospital and constantly injected by random needles with unknown substances, that would wig me out, and I would freak out like, ew.
Plot twist. This is actually the box. This is what the box looks like.
Oh
now
my
they got
god, ew! Ugh. I hate needles. Needles, injections scare me. God, I cannot handle them. Like, it's just
Imagine it to become an archangel who didn't have like the floating the circle ritual. You had two separate needles with a soul.
No, it's not a needle. It's just like two tubes that just get injected into your side. No, I wouldn't do that because that's horrible. Again, Fallen Angels, there's magic. I have an excuse not to do needles. I have an excuse not to do anything like that. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of look away. Yeah. Okay, you keep going.
Okay.
Since your sister didn't get the same treatment.
Ew.
Where is she?
She's under surveillance in the garden.
Why the garden?
Might keep her calm.
What is this for?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Why are you keeping us here?
Yes, I would like to know. Do not inject mysterious fluids in me. This is creepy.
I think Aiden's reaction here is probably more appropriate than the actual reaction that we're getting. Although then again, maybe he's being sedated right now, so we're not sure.
To be
Too many
honest,
questions.
I have watched Scrim, Supernatural, into FNAF, so like this for me is just normal.
Oh, so I was watching Grimm the other day, and there was like a moment where Monroe had basically got bit by like this bat-like creature, and like they showed the wound a few times, and like I looked away, I was like, ew, 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 it looks so gross. Like, oh, I hated it. I like legitimately hated it. I'm like, nope, I can't look at it. It's gross. It looks real. That's why I can't watch medical shows. It looks real and gross, and I get scared.
I'm impressed you got through Buffy and Angel, quite honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a little bit bad, but not that bad. I can handle it somewhat. It's hard. It's hard to deal sometimes with it. It's like, nope.
Yeah, most of the time it's fine.
Ugh.
Other times you get the Xander treatment.
Yeah.
You're here because we want to see if we're able to control your powers.
Not removing them?
Do you want me to do that instead? I can.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
remove
less
them.
painful at this
You get nothing about removing my powers, allegedly, possibly, unless you steal my powers.
Oh. No, just me and my sibling.
Is it because your parents don't trust you?
I'm concerned that the liquid is still going. Like, how much that you need inside your system?
Yeah, I don't know how much. Like, is it replacing your literal blood? Like, God,
it's not replacing. It's not replacing anything because like nothing's being taken out right now. So it's not like a dialysis machine that like filters it out or something.
I mean, he could have had his blood drained prior, and he could just be very blood deficient, and it's like replacing his blood. Oh, this is gross. This is gross.
Look away.
Also, who pumps up liquid into a 1950s television?
Maybe it's like TV oil. I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to put oil inside a person, but I mean, Kylie drinks oil.
Oh wait, apparently you just did it for Morse code. Oh, so it's like is the pumping supposed to be like a Morse code? Like, if you put that into like a Morse code translator, it should come out as something.
Maybe he's being brainwashed. I'm gonna go cry.
I thought you were.
It's scaring me.
Okay, all right then.
It's because they want me home. They miss me.
Is that what you believe?
It's the truth.
Well, if they
Whatever.
wanted you so
not the one
bad,
trapped in a-
they would just have you bring you back, man. I'm just saying.
It's not very good. My friend cracked it somehow. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I do wonder because I thought like with Morse code you have to have the inputs of like the dits and the dars. That seems like a constant dar.
Dada.
I don't, but again, maybe
Dada.
I'm wrong. I guess yeah, I'm not gonna try and work it out because I don't know Morse code. And I also can't. I also have been I also been pausing a lot. So yeah, anyone who wants to find out what that says, check out the original video in the playlist below.
Room. I'm free to go anywhere, so I'll see you. Don't kill anyone.
Oh my! I just realized that like the doorway that's there. It seems like it's actually it's actually just floating there because like there's glass. I didn't clock that at all.
Yeah, I did clock that, but I can't really look at the screen. I did kind of notice that, but I'm not.
My question is, yeah, my question is, how is that? It's like, why do you put the door like at the top of the glass? Because no one's gonna be able to like. It's gonna be more difficult to climb in and out of that in an emergency situation or anything. Oh, the dots look like going fast, and the lines are like, oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's the solution. Have at it, people.
How could I even? Aren't you blocking my powers?
I'm not sure what that thing does, okay?
Oh, dang.
Why are you throwing your life away?
Why can't you mind your own business?
Well, it's kind of my business because you're injecting me with mysterious fluids.
Oh, it's a window. Oh, it's a
So-
window. Why would you need a window?
Is
in a
it? Nope,
room
it's
with a
not done. Why did I
glass
look? Well, nope, I'm just gonna go cry in the
Yeah,
corner.
shush. Yeah, why do you need a window in a glass wall? If anything, the window's the thing that's behind there that I was going to mention should be like having the sun come out of it, but I guess they could just pad it out somewhat. But yeah, that's the window. You want to show both of it? Yeah. Actually, what the way that they do that sometimes is that in a lot of shows is they'll have like the holes that are in between. Actually, they do that in airports too. Sometimes they have like glass doors people like all accidentally walk into all the time. I once saw a 2-year-old bump into one of those things.
2-year-olds bump into a lot, Jacob.
Yeah, I understand that, and they try to minimize that by having the holes in there. The problem was that the holes were too tall for a 2-year-old to see naturally without looking upwards, so they didn't really factor that in. But yeah, for an average sized person, you can sort of see them there, and that's how glass separation tends to go. What has to be shown? Oh, okay, and
Tell me, is there any blood?
yes,
Ah!
I said yes.
I know, I didn't see anything. You screamed. I'm screaming.
Okay, all right. There's
Dude, I want to see what's happening, but I don't think I can handle it. Is the problem?
don't worry, it's magically disappeared now.
Oh,
There are lots of roses.
Still, it's kinda hard
Okay.
to get hurt.
Not really. Not when you can tell dreams and reality apart.
I
Yumeka's already scary enough at the best of times. Unhinged, blood trickling Yumeka is gonna be even worse.
didn't know that was your power.
It's not.
I'm confused.
It's not that hard.
It must be the roses.
It must be what you injected into me.
ew! Nope.
I don't
Nope.
know.
I hear. Nope. Nope. I heard. Ah! Nope. I'm. Just...
Yeah, they're not actually doing. Like, Aiden, nothing's happening on the screen right now. I
Yeah,
just said the
I'm
word
scared.
injection.
Listen,
Come on.
I don't handle injections well. Ah! Okay.
One of these days. Okay. Oh, I just remembered this. It's like flu shot season, isn't it? Sometime soon.
Yeah, I don't get an annual flu shot. I am too scared.
Okay.
I would if my needle here wasn't as bad.
Hmm.
It's really bad. I hate needles.
Mhm.
Come on, Mom.
Gonna make Aiden react to this alone. He wouldn't see anything. He'd just have his eyes closed the entire episode.
Yeah, I just like, is it done? Is the needle's gone?
I don't want to be late.
You're just like your brother.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that either. I know her brother. That's not true. Oh, and it's back.
No!
Okay. See,
I didn't look.
this
but, ah!
this is This is what I was saying before, that if this was like framed much more closely, then that's where the gash comes in. Yeah, there is not a chance I'm monetizing this video.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. You see a cliff? I'm gonna go jump off it. Scared.
Yeah, I know her brother personally. Oh yeah, so like yeah, after Alex and Yumeka said their respective connections to him, I just started like going into the void and just going like, "Hey, Yami, what's up?" Anyway, I also like wow the
I hate the sound
gash,
effects. I hate the
like-
sound effects. I hear sound effects. Oh no!
It's literally a heartbeat.
I know it's scary though.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out that I do love what you're doing here with like with the with the gash, and like it seems like the liquid is actually spreading. That is
Ew!
disturbing.
Oh,
Please,
Ugh.
please, let me out.
no,
I did
nope. Okay, I'm
Something
taking off my
wrong.
headphones for a few minutes. Jesus,
feeling this week.
I can't.
How will you know when to come back? Hey, he's not gonna know to come back. Mind.
I want to go home. I want to be with my family. I wish I could have a normal life, have friends, have not having powers.
Honestly, I'd like. What happens if he moves his arm right now? He's not like restrained or anything. What happens if he just like moves his arm away? I wonder.
However,
I'll make a cool ball episode as an apology. Well, depending on how episode 12, that may be it. We don't know yet.
this is not an invitation to take my powers from me.
Is she even there? I think she's listening. Unless there's like microphone somewhere. It is the future.
Sus.
I can't.
Oh, I love that. Oh, the blur's synced up to the heartbeat. Nice.
I can't breathe. I can't.
Like normally I'd be disturbed by all the horror stuff. Like on a technical level, I'm just like as an editor, I am all for this. Like all of these techniques.
See, I can't hear. This is real. This feels real.
Calm down.
No. What's
Oh,
happening?
good grief! There's yeah, rip headphone users with that high pitched shriek.
Where am I? Is this real? I'm so scared. I want to go home.
I think actually this is like actually the high pitched ring. I just realized that's one of Yumeka's powers as a guardian in season 1. I mean, I guess that's a connection with her brother, maybe. Oh, it's symbolizing how Yami feels. All he can rely on is his own heartbeat. That's the only sound that he knows is real. I see.
Just let me out.
Oh, he's pulling an Adam. Look, Aiden, he's pulling Adam now.
I don't know where I
Fell in the darkness.
am. I feel like my powers are out of control, and I'm frightened that I might hurt someone.
Okay, I think the echo must have not been applied entirely because it's going on for intermittent times where it's just like, and first I start speaking normally, and then suddenly it's an echo, and then back to normal for a second again, and then like the end of the sentence, it goes back to echoing. That's the other way I can symbolize it. I don't have the echo button anymore.
I don't want to hurt anyone. Please. My power is destroying both myself and reality. I don't know if I'm dreaming. I don't know where I am.
Did you say your power is destruction? Sounds like someone should have applied the old cataclysm to the machine from before.
I feel...
There's a very confusing line between what's real and what's not in this episode. Don't take everything as this definitely happened. No, I just mean because like he said it's not real, so in his mind, nothing else was. I know the echo's on purpose, but it's I was guessing that you meant to have that across the entire line, not just like the end of it. Or again, maybe I'm wrong. And yes, cataclysm. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Every like second.
Oh.
Okay.
Help me.
oh,
I don't...
I mean, what I'm guessing is happening right now is that he's inside his head and someone has like ripped off like a cast or something in real life. But again, oh, so just the echo's there on. But like, why is the echo only on like the end of every line? Or he's supposed to be listening to like the particular parts of the dialogue themselves before he starts.
don't want this. I wish I could control myself. What?
Oh!
No, please. This isn't real. This isn't real. None of this is. I want to be able to control my power.
I love this. Can tell you the end if you're curious. If we get to the end, yeah, if we get to the end, that's fine.
Oh, God.
I can
I
wait
feel
that
like
long.
watching a horror movie. I feel like I'm
Not sure
watching
if
a horror
these two
movie.
can, but I can wait.
I want to be able to be normal. I'm a monster. I killed them. I killed them. No. Help somebody.
Yummy!
Oh, what a coincidence! Here you are.
What did you do?
I could ask you the same thing. There are a lot of roses
I
here.
don't know what I did.
Ah, so it was Yumeka doing the pitch.
I don't know if they're alive. I didn't mean to do that. Help me, Yumeka. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just... Maybe they were right. Maybe they were right to try and take my power.
Yummy, calm down.
How could I? I killed people. Yumeka, I actually killed people. I did it. I can't believe
It was an accident.
But it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
This is
I
good.
didn't
Can
know
I
how
tell
I
you?
managed to break
Oh,
free.
Yummy.
oh, oh no!
Yeah.
You're telling me the second episode is gonna be worse than this with like the graphic stuff? Oh God!
Well, I mean, it's a horror series set inside of the FNAF universe.
I
feel like-
I know that.
I would have prepared myself for that. Yes.
Look, I've seen
mean-
the trailer. I've seen the trailer for season 2. I know there is gonna be stuff happening.
Watch
I
there be something even more horrifying than the laugh from the virus that was like front face that you freaked out about.
Oh no! That virus scene. Oh, I think it actually did give me nightmares at one point because I was just like, and I am done. I am out. I'm just gonna watch some kitty cat videos.
Graphic was much better. Scare factor. Yeah, basically.
Okay, scare factor. Okay, good. Scare factor. I'm fine with scariness. The graphic stuff, I just, I don't know
Nothing
how I
built up the
survived
same
watching it.
tolerance.
Okay, to be honest, I don't even know how I watched and survived it, and that is pretty graphic with this violence.
Yeah. Oh, hi, William. Run far away. What would Alvaro think of this episode? Actually, I'm pretty sure Alvaro commented on this episode. I think he's seen it already. I've already scared her with a model on Discord. It wasn't even. Oh, we're in good hands then. All right.
You don't get it because your power is weak.
Let's go find help.
What about you?
But he could do that the whole time. Okay. I see. Nice detail that it hasn't like fully recovered. There's like a little bit of like discoloration, so it's not like a fully fledged power, or at least not in the fully fledged form because he's had a bunch of liquid injected inside of him. Yeah.
You're right.
Yes,
So now
I'm a
you-
gore horror fan, even though I guess. Prism, you are like me. I am fan with like scary stuff, but I can't stand scary stuff. Like I play Phasmophobia. I watch paranormal.
Hey, so how's it going over here?
You too.
Well,
I'm
Yummy
terrible.
has healed his wrist
Mhm.
and forearm. He hasn't done that with Yumeka yet, but he might do in a second.
Care?
I already
I always
scared her with the
care.
one on
Right.
Discord.
Guardian?
Oh, shut up.
Are you there?
Who's speaking?
You're actually here.
Are you hearing voices?
We've found
and
another one of their bases.
Who are you?
My name is Eve.
And I have speech
Wait,
bubbles.
Eve,
No.
Eve. Oh, ooh. Was your name Juliet? Did you get shot with arrows?
Oh my
Why
god,
would
did it?
Did you
Wha-
become a hexen beast?
What?
Oh my god, I'm making grim references.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know if KW got to that part of the show though. So I'm gonna
I
spoil
am
it.
close to the end of season 5. So
Oh, so wait. Oh, so you're ahead of me. Okay, cool. So I'm able to make those
Yeah.
references, and you completely understand
It
them.
Yeah.
looks like
Cool.
William's also also watching it because he wasn't happy.
But
No,
I
he
don't even
wasn't
know how
watching it.
you made it through Skrilla and then KW law. But I don't think you want to know the truth about how I watched it.
I was wrapped under blankets, very nice, snuggled up. All of the lights were on.
I yes, Jacob. Actually, yes, I may like cover holes when watching.
Okay.
And then for the 400 subscribers special that we did, and we watched that, I just squint my eyes, just like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Hello. Hello everyone, KW here, and we're going to be watching some Secrets of the Plex today. Let me just give me a second. All right, and yeah.
Oh wait, you're watching it Aaron style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for unlike Aaron, I can't actually see beyond underneath that.
Do you think Aaron's able to see through the blindfold because
Yes.
because he's a werewolf and he has just better sight, or do you think he's able to see it just because it's this very thin piece of cloth?
Possibly both. Although I don't remember if werewolves have canonically better sight. They
I
probably
think
do.
they do. I know they have better hearing, better smell, so I assume sight comes with that too. And we know
Potentially.
they have a higher pain tolerance as well.
Yeah.
So-
Although a lot of the time, like in the absence of one sense, the other ones become enhanced. So it depends.
Oh, in Grimm, Nick lost his sight briefly, but then got super hearing for a time period. But then when he got his sight back, he also got permanent enhanced hearing. Oh god, I could talk about Grimm for hours.
It is difficult to take one of the enhanced senses away once they've been established. So I can
all
see
you
it.
have to do is blind someone, then unblind them to see. I don't think that's how it works, but pretend it is. Do you think Agatha has better hearing? What do you think, Agatha?
Actually, I would probably say yes, she does, and most likely better smell as well, because she has to be able to get around without a stick at the like in unfamiliar territories. So she's just like more attuned
To
that
be
way.
honest, I was gonna ask, why does Agatha doesn't have a stick? I'm like, oh wait, she doesn't have a walking stick because there is no walking stick in Gacha.
Technically, there could be. I mean, they're like little staffs and stuff we could use.
But it probably won't.
It'd be hard to walk. It'd be hard to move them around and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
So.
Yeah, and also part of her character is that she wants to be much like Morwenna, perceived as normally as possible, and therefore tries her best without a stick in the first place. That's the idea anyway. I guess the more obvious example is Toph Beifong, that she sees through her feet.
Parle, an organization that is willing to protect Guardians from whoever is hunting them down. We're mostly protecting you from Ram Rio.
Eve, can you help us?
Yes, we'll help. How many?
Man, Eve sounds a lot more
me and my
emotional than in Grimm. Dang.
I don't know how many of these voice actors I would describe as emotional in the first place.
No,
but yeah.
Grimm, and Eve and Grimm is literally meant to be emotionless or like pretty cut and dry and pretty. It is complicated because first she was Juliet, just a normal woman, and then she got turned to a hexen beast and kind of went a little bit evil and kind of did a lot of bad stuff. But then she was pretty much killed or almost killed by Trouble to save Nick's life. And then
why she's called Eve, because she's evil.
No, but now she's kind of like a emotionalist agent who's all about getting the job done. She can be kind of cruel, but also willing to do whatever it can to get the mission done. It's complicated.
My VA this episode is one of the best user experience. I'm not very proud of my delivery.
I mean,
you're usually the MVP of the Guardians as far as voice acting goes. So I haven't noticed too much of a decline this time, at least not for now anyway. I've decided to give up on Sins because I feel like it's too harsh for a review series. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, considering like the beginning of this stream, probably hold off on that for this one particularly. But yeah, I've seen comments. People are excited for Gacha Sins. We do need to talk about that at some point.
What's Gacha Sins? Like, is there everything wrong with?
Yes.
Kind of stuff?
We'll
Yeah, inspired by you actually, Aiden.
Yes.
get you out in an instant. Are there any ROM Rio workers around?
How far away is she? Because she's speaking like she's like right next to them, but she also like apparently can't see them, and also doesn't seem to like have a concept of where they are really.
Maybe she's like a corporeal force that's not physically there, but like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know
She's
about
like-
that because
she's like
she's not physically there. She's
or
not
like
probably going to be much help protecting.
maybe
these
she
two.
can like sense them. I don't know.
Well, apparently the answer is a good question, so I guess we'll wait and see. Oh, there's a gate between. I mean, okay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, an off-screen gate is fine. It's just that, yeah, I guess just closer then.
Backgrounds are hard to find. Like, I need to talk to Jacob about finding some backgrounds for next Munich Girl episode because, like, we need like bleachers, and I also need to talk to Jacob about like who's on the cheer team and the amount of cheerleaders that I have to show during a certain scene. So we need to talk about it later. But yeah, no.
I started compiling the swim team into like a separate part of the server.
Yeah, I need the cheerleading team in a separate part of the server as well, just so I have all that sorted.
Okay, I'll do the cheer squad first then,
Okay.
because the swim team is arguably appeared a lot more.
Backgrounds are hard to find. Although sometimes I feel like Jacob writes or me like, I'll find a background later, and then it's like, oh, there's another editor editing a scene. I never found a background. Hope they can find a background. Like,
I mean, normally, in that situation, normally they ask me if there's like I get messages sometimes like, is there a background for this? And sometimes they'll be like, oh no, there isn't. Okay, I will find one.
Yeah, backgrounds are hard to find.
Usually, but you know, free pick is.
Although I really do like this background they're in. Like the flowers are really pretty. The trees, I like it. It's pretty.
Yeah, it does fit, and the gate being off screen isn't the end of the world because most of the time doorways tend to be in Gacha in general.
It's either they're off screen or they're on screen, but you have to cut away the moment the character walks up to the door because you can't actually, because most of the time you don't have a way to physically open the door, so you just have to cut away because you don't want them facing through the door.
Yeah, like that one Fallen Angels episode where there's a where you try to play the homage to like the every time a one appears in a new series, her tail is hidden for the first time, and then the script was set a doorway, but there was no way to do that.
Yeah,
that's one of the times that I did concede that. Yeah, that was like, what was I expecting?
We'll be quick.
Oh, the Tony
get you to the
meme. I remember that Tony meme. It's so funny.
Right.
Yeah, and then Prism was like, "What meme?" It's basically just two guys like shouting, asking their names, and they're just like being like funny to each other. I guess the best way to describe it. Because.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Carl
I don't.
One year ago.
Oh, 23rd June. I'm pretty sure that's exactly 2 years after the first point. I think the 20th of June was the other one too.
He'd be back for his birthday.
Oh, so Yumeka's hair has changed between this time and last to like what it normally looks like.
But he didn't even contact me. I'm getting worried. It's probably nothing.
I didn't have your number. It's literally my head. You live in the void.
He wanted to get rid of me. So this might be a good opportunity for him. Away from his sister.
Also, small detail here. Actually, two things. One, the music. I've got to mention the music before that I really like. The music here too, but also you can hear the footsteps. They're synced up to every single step that is being taken here. Despite how slow she's actually walking right now, it actually you can still buy it because you hear the impact of the feet each time.
All a
Oh,
I
by
know
the
it's
way,
very
Prism, where do you
nice.
actually get all your music from? Like,
Hold
do
on, what
you?
was that? Let me go back for a second. What was that?
away from his sister.
Oh, okay, because I saw it for like a frame for some reason.
Ah.
Oh, it's because she was disappearing. So yeah, I paused on the wrong frame, so she was gone, but then she reappeared again. That's why it looked weird. So I guess that must have been an error, unless that was deliberate and she's a glitched runner
Do you?
separated from
But
time. At this
Prism,
point, I would be surprised.
Yeah, but
YouTube.
Prism, do you get all your audio from the YouTube? Do you get it from the YouTube audio library, or just randomly on YouTube? Because I get it. I get most of my music from pretty much all just the YouTube audio library, since it's easy to not get copyright claimed.
And she probably just will go just get them music, to be honest. If I don't think, like, to be honest, I didn't. Yeah, see, because here's the thing: YouTube royalty free music, sure, it's there and everything, but I don't think everyone knows that or how to do that. Sure, you can just like look it up and boom, easy, but other times people are just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, and it will be fine.
Yeah, a lot of the time, since I brought up the bad boy rap from the last stream that we did, that one wasn't from the YouTube audio library, but it was a song that you can actually it was a royalty free song, and it doesn't
Right.
actually flag at all.
It's like as long as like it's music that's not like copyrighted, where there's gonna be copyright rights. I think
Some
it's
of them-
fine.
Some of them have no copyright, but they also like want you to go to the site and get a license for it, because they can sometimes also still issue takedowns. It depends on like the person. Sometimes it's done by like the actual individual user. In the description of songs, they will tend to tell you. It's like
Yeah,
a lot of
no.
these Siren Story.
I know when I did that Zelda music video, I thought I was gonna get a copyright claim on it, but there's no copyrights or copy claims on that. It's literally like somehow it's not affecting my channel or saying, oh yeah, this is copyright music, but we let you use it. We're just, we're gonna get profits from it and not you, It never did that. So I'm just like,
I think Nintendo's music licensing is a little bit different, because actually I've heard because I hear like Mario Galaxy music on like almost every Tommy video I happen to randomly watch.
oh my god, yeah. No, but yeah, it's that home song by Name Wants to Battle. I think I may have a theory on this, like because for a while back he could not play that song on his own channel, even though it's literally his own song because of copyrights. So he probably just removed it on YouTube, so he can now play on his channel from now on without having that issues during the live streams and everything.
On a rough day too. It stinks, but it was his choice after all.
Oh, so we're going back to 2 years ago now. Again, the exact same date, 28th of June. It's always like very significant. Well, I guess they just mentioned birthday, so that's probably why.
I think you can afford it.
What?
Well,
Oh, and like her hair's like transforming as well. Nice. She looks very recognizable with this hairstyle as Yumeka. It's the voice that gives it away that it's her.
and me, but our dream house. Remember the
But taking him to a haunted house? That's a no.
one on the hill?
Oh, right.
He is interested in buying us that. What's up with you?
Nothing.
Come
Yeah, I don't want to think about haunted houses. I've been through enough trauma, thank you.
on, tell me, Yummy.
It's just... I'm tired of always being around you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, again, I would say normally I'd say the voice acting was too flat for that, but actually, I think the fact that he's being serious now, we're in for some drama, and the music changed too.
Constantly follow me around, and it's so tiring.
Sorry that I care about you.
Care? Don't make me laugh.
It's true. I was the one to care when you were sick. I was the one to care when you were getting in trouble. I was the one to care
Come on.
when you injured them. You never, ever cared about me.
Interesting she says injured here, considering what he thought he'd done to the other people before.
I did all
Is she using like good wording for him, or did it turn out they were all right in the end?
the caring.
Why are you
Who
acting like
knows?
this is my fault? The world's cruel. We need to think for ourselves.
And now it's not working out for you.
I wouldn't know since I'm never alone.
So what? Are you gonna leave?
Soon.
Huh? You have a plan.
Why can't you be happy for me?
Because I don't know any better.
And also because you literally just like insulted her to her face, that too.
My life. I thought that
I think I see what you meant by like the VA downgraded this time. Like I can see like a little bit of I guess a little bit like holding back from this performance, because normally like Yumeka has yelled like a bunch of times before, and it doesn't seem like she's quite gone upscales from like, you know, she hasn't gone to a 10 yet. She's at a 5 right now.
that I always had to have someone by my side to not make me lose control, but and I'm also weaker. Leave if you must, but don't abandon me. Promise to visit. Please.
Sure.
Oh yeah, imagine episode, yeah, because it's her big day.
What's happening?
Oh, look at that. I was just happened to be thinking about her brother in that particular moment, and there he is.
Yami, what's going on?
I don't know. This power is killing me.
How did it start?
I don't know that either. I can't control it.
You must.
Wow, Yami's become a full-on obscurial now.
You're going to hurt people. Here, let me help.
Don't touch me. These people probably deserve it anyway. They keep hurting us. I'm so tired. I'll be the one in control. Yumeka, I'll make this our own thing.
How can you be the one in control if you can't even control yourself? No, Yami, stop.
I wonder if it's him convincing himself now that he's in the right because he does, so he can let as an excuse to let go, or if it's actually the darkness within him that's actually corrupting and making him say that out loud, and it's just so ingrained into his brain now that it's like becoming his actual thoughts. Interesting. It is worth pointing out to people who don't remember, Yami was actually the villain in season 1, so it could go either way actually.
Why are you thinking that? We're supposed to save those people.
From what?
Just stop. It hurts someone.
I don't know how. And maybe that's for the better. Maybe I shouldn't try to stop.
Oh, and oh, there is in the void.
Yami,
Stop. You're the one that's hurting me.
you're hurting yourself.
No, shut up.
I think it goes without saying right now that with the sound syncing, but just to make sure, it's come back again.
Shut up.
Oh, there comes the blood.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Where are we?
Yeah, you had your eyes closed when it was worse.
Yeah.
Yumeka, answer me.
I don't know.
The
I don't know if I
blur.
was the one to cause this. My power isn't this strong.
You have to get me out.
Get you out. Even if I knew
Where?
how
Are you
to do it,
blind?
I
You look
wouldn't.
paler.
Yeah, it looks like his pupils have faded, so who knows? Blood. I don't know about the script sucking actually, because to be honest, yeah, like I said before, like in the previous scene, there's so many lines that can be read like in like 2 distinct ways. And it's mainly up to interpretation for the most part. I mean, I'm not saying anything that's like inherently wrong with any of the writing, particularly. But yeah, I will say that is true. It is true that the editing does elevate this a lot. So maybe in isolation it wouldn't stand out as much. But then again, that's probably what you'd actually want. You want the final product to be better than the version in the script. Unlike sometimes when we go back to like stuff that we've done and I compare it to the script version, and people say that was better. So that's a relief.
I want you to be better, Yami. You'll have time to reflect on your actions here, and you'll be safe.
Yumeka,
it's also like it's also simply because in the start of this, Yumeka was saying like, oh, it was all an accident or something, but we didn't really see. Was this like the one rampage that he went on that was also striving to control? Because by Yumeka's own logic, that would have been an accident too, unless there was like other stuff, or maybe by him splurting out that he thinks some people might have deserved it, and he might decide to lose control. Then that was enough. That was the action to reflect.
I mean, it could be a thing where he just chose to like he was just so tired of controlling it because sometimes maybe he just decided to not try as hard.
That's what I was thinking. He was like talking himself into it in a way, or his powers were talking into it. Oh, so it was the statement. That's a little bit weak, to be honest. Maybe that's the part of the script that wasn't so good because, like before, like if Yumeka's able to excuse when he's like actually done severe harm and potentially ended like several people, to now having so much corruption in him that he like for like a split second debates whether or not people deserve it because of the mistreatment that he's had at the hands of a select few. I don't know if I mean, considering how long he spends in here, because he does spend like a significant amount of time in this void, the punishment probably doesn't fit the crime. I don't know.
I mean, the void would only serve to make his mental state worse, though. And that would mean he would be less likely to get redeemed or get better, and he would just get worse due to the punishment being so severe.
Yeah, from what I remember in season 1, Yumeka actually does start to lament that and start to actually try and convince the other Guardians to give Yami more of a chance. Maybe she realizes that eventually. Let's keep him in the void forever.
Oh my god, no.
That's probably what Yumeka thinking like that. It's like, well, guess what? Now you get to be alone.
Well, I mean, you're in the void now. I mean, you're not my problem anymore. I mean,
no, but I was saying that because like Yummy before said he's never alone and complained about that, and now it's like an excuse, like, oh well, guess what? Who's alone now? You, just like you wanted. Bye then. It's like, wait, no, this is what I meant.
I didn't mean it literally.
I'll finally let you out.
Do you have any idea how to get out?
I might.
You just said that you could. You just said you had no idea where you were and how your power up is strong. How on earth are you gonna get him out?
But I don't know how to get you out.
Am I stuck?
No. I'll work it out.
Well, he asked if he was stuck, not if you were stuck.
Yeah, the answer yes, that one.
You're the strong one here.
Oh.
I mean, she put you in here, or she probably is the strong one.
Yume, I'm sorry. Yume, can you hear me?
Oh, he shrinks down because like now the void, now he realizes like the infinitesimally small space that he occupies. Is it gonna keep zooming out?
I don't think it's that. I just think it
was. Yes, look at that. Yes.
I don't want to stay here forever.
I don't think he's shrinking. It's just showing how big the void is.
No, he's not cinematography. I know. The shot is shrinking. Like the shot is getting more and more distant. That's what I was saying. Cinematography.
Don't you get it? Why can't you understand me?
Oh, this could only go bad.
That's what. Yeah. That was a similar vision to what I had for like that one Cherub's Tale scene.
Oh god.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, Estelle wouldn't be moving during that point, but similar idea.
I should do something about that.
Yeah, you should.
Hey, look, great minds think alike. I'd like to think maybe some of that inspiration rubbed off on the first comment. I'm kidding. That's all you. Interesting now that we see like the devastation that's left behind. So I guess in a way, like the crisis was supposed to be a lot worse than it actually was presented as in here. That's the one part where I thought, okay, maybe go a bit more graphic. The rest of it was graphic enough, don't get me wrong. Okie dokie. That was 11.
Ooh. So pros for me. I like the characters' outfits and designs. They're not bad. They're pretty good. No issues with that. The story, like, I probably just need to go watch all the other episodes to understand what everything that's happened, since I'm so confused on that.
Kind of.
Yeah. The blood and gore. I can see why you're a gore fan. That was
No, she's not a gore fan. She's just she's a horror fan, but can't
said
stand
horror-
gore.
She said she's a horror gore fan. She said, like,
Oh,
let's.
I thought you
Yeah.
said it. Okay, because you said you were like you said you were like her. So okay.
Well, I'm like her, as in, like, oh, I like stuff, but I don't like the stuff at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And
I mean, I thought the episode was interesting for what I could see. I mean, I'm very
Right.
confused, but I haven't been keeping up with the series, so
right.
yeah. Jacob, were you confused?
Not really. No. I mean,
Okay. Jacob's
Oh.
been keeping up, so Jacob's the good measurement to go by if you'd be confused or not.
I mean,
because
I
sometimes
go
you
months
can
without
be.
watching these episodes, but I vaguely I recall a lot of the plot points from them, so I fill in the blanks. And yeah, for the most part, I guess like the confusing parts for me were some of the editing techniques and potentially what was real and what wasn't. But I was just along for the ride anyway, so it wasn't. So that was the part that was supposed to be confusing, at least. As far as the
Hey,
echo, because we mentioned that before, Yami couldn't tell what was real and what was not. So okay, so the echo leaving, and so that was symbolic of that. Okay.
Okay, so just saying, Prism, I love your editing style. I'm very jealous actually of it because like you do very good artistic flair, and that's something I don't have the ability to, or I don't really know how to do it. So yeah, I'm just kind of jealous of that. But it's really cool. It's really cool, and and also, if you like, you could also edit if you want, you could edit. Would you be up for editing a scene of Fallen Angels?
Aiden,
Yes.
Aiden, remember how we just networked
Yeah.
about the series that we're doing that has a ball scene in it? So let's go one thing
Yeah.
at a time.
I know, but this just asking about Fallen Angels episode 8. Would you be up for actually doing a scene Prism?
What I
It's
was
fine if you
implying
don't.
by that was not to overwhelm someone with too many requests in one
Well,
single
I don't.
go.
Listen, my brain is like overwhelmed all the time. There's a million things happening on this brain.
Yeah, so don't inflict that on someone else then.
Listen, I need to release my brain energies, okay? Do you know what it's like being in your own head? It's like everything
Yes.
is telling you at once. You're thinking of 20 different things. Everything you need to do. Everything's happening.
Yeah, I get that. Like every time I go for a walk, I always like my brain immediately filters in. Okay, so here's what. So let's process what we can do for this plot point for insert thing here, and that's basically what I think about. Or hey, here's something that you might have like watched or thought about recently, or just come into your head that you haven't thought about in several years. What are the themes behind that? Could you make a video about that at some point if you start doing video essays for once in your life? That's basically what I tend to do or think about when I'm walking.
Haha.
So yeah. See, this is what I was thinking, having a lot on your plate. That's why I was going to talk about like the one series and just think about that. But yeah.
Yeah, it's fine, Prism. Don't worry about it. But if you ever want to do that, you have my DMs. My DMs are open.
Yeah,
but,
we could still talk about the thing, because actually, yeah, I think has a queen in it. That's worth pointing out too.
We could use a queen VA.
Well, yeah, but yeah, more as like a concept, but yeah. Okay, so for me, I think I've said most of the stuff, but yeah, I mean, no, what like I'm not exactly a squeamish person in general. I don't tend to watch too much horror or gore and things anyway. And when I do, I usually just to have the rationale of, oh, okay, this enhances it in some sort of way. I don't know. I've probably seen far more explicit scenes in Harley Quinn. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Harlequin's pretty good, but you know, the only problem I have with this is, well, the whole injection thing, and it feels more realistic. And I just don't like injections in general. Like, I don't mind animated blood. It's just when it gets there's a threshold at a certain point where it's like, nope, I can't. If it doesn't look fake, if it looks like it could be real, it scares me.
I see. Well, in that case, I guess it looked real enough. That's a very hard balance to actually do, particularly
Yeah.
in Gacha, where everyone's immediately, because doing anything horror-related with chibi is unless you're like Igrasi or something, is pretty difficult to do. So
to be
you pulled
fair,
that
Fallen
off.
Angels, especially in writing, has a lot of psychologically scary stuff. It's not very scary though, because it's kind of cute looking at times, even though psychologically it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, we have a lot of the implications.
Good old kidnapping, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, see, that's where we thrive, Adam. But whatever we lack with abstract abstract visuals or that particular expression, we make up for in story themes. And in our case, voice acting as well. The voice acting this time, it did dip occasionally, but then again, by Guardian standards, that's always been an area that I said before. It needs it needs addressing to an extent for a lot of people. This time it sort of worked because sometimes the characters were sedated, but I don't think for like every scene. I feel like Army towards the end should have been way more again, go up with a couple more levels.
I think the guy being tortured, the darkness guy, I think at times his voice acting could use a bit of work. But yeah, I mean that's the one major thing area that needed a bit of work.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yami. It works when he's sedated almost, but yeah, his name's Yami, which was a mystery in season 1, but we're past that point now. It's fine. It's Gacha blood. The Gacha blood. Oh yeah, and I see some of the art details. The gash on Yumeka, having I think those realistic images and some of the detail not being healed all the way through. I'm guessing the glitch runner was a mistake, so I won't count that. But yeah, ultimately, it's all in the fine things, and it is again still still as impressive as ever the fact that you're able to do the videos of this length, of this quality, in this amount of time. I wonder what TG would have been if you the Guardians. Sorry, if it didn't review it. I don't know, because I think by that point you sort of already which one there was a mistake, the glitch runner, the one that disappeared for a couple of frames, the curse frame that I paused on by accident. Yeah. Yeah, so if I didn't review it, I don't know, because by the time that I started reviewing, you were already 3 or 4 episodes into season 2. I'm pretty sure. I know, most of the Guardians was done way before I even addressed it. So, I think it would have been largely the same. Maybe some of the story elements that I addressed that needed to be tweaked or possibly given more or less attention. Maybe that's the details though. So I guess it would probably differ a lot in story details rather than anything else. But yeah, if I started reviewing it sooner, then who knows? If we had crossed paths in other ways, or perhaps even in 2019, because I did start Gacha Review in 2019, so you never know. Every time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I genuinely have no idea. That might not be a good thing for some people. I mean, I don't know how to process that. So we're going to move on to episode 12. Josh has been kind enough to copy paste the description of the next episode, so I'm guessing that is important to put on the screen. So I will put it on screen before we start. And that one is, here we go. This episode is set in the present. Yep, it's finally time for the Queen Party. Yumeka will have to deliver a speech stating her plans. With everyone's worries floating around, perhaps the party won't go as smoothly as people had hoped. I don't know who's hoping to go smoothly at the moment because every aspect of preparation for this party has almost they know it's almost going to be sabotaged, and they know they have to crank up security and everything. I don't know if anyone's expecting this to go smoothly at all, honestly.
Honestly, at a certain point, I would have just canceled the party if they're like, there's a good chance this will all go horribly wrong. Maybe we should just cancel this or postpone it or do something better.
The party's cursed. Yeah. Or I mean, yeah, postpone it, send out different invitations that don't also go to the villains. That would help.
Wait, I did hear about that plot point. God, that sounds like a terrible idea.
And the worst part is they didn't even take advantage of it because the villains like immediately revealed themselves. Was like, guess what? I've got an invitation now. I will see you there.
What? Don't reveal that you have an invitation or know what the party is. They can just ban you. They can just block you. Jesus, it's a terrible idea.
Plankton made the exact same mistake. He gained Mr. Krabs' trust in an episode. He gave him the formula. They were staring out at the end at the sunsets, which I don't ask me how that works under the sea. We're not going to get into that. They were staring out at the sunset on a pier. And it's like, there's like, oh, thanks, Eugene. And then he goes, and then immediately he's like, yes, and he runs off to test it out for himself. Low restraint goes a long way.
Yeah, sometimes when you know something that you shouldn't know, you gotta play your cards close to your chest, so they don't know. Of course.
Yeah, the Guardians. Yeah. He doesn't much. He learned from his mistake. He got a lot closer with Dollartina. I think that was her name.
Just saying, I don't like the gradient socks. Why is yellow fading into? Why is this bright yellow fading into dark purple? That looks hideous. My eyes.
The Guardians SpongeBob AU.
Oh my god. Who's Sandy though?
What is Sandy the Queen? Sandy.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's like one of the few main female characters in SpongeBob. It's either that or Pearl, which maybe actually Pearl would be a good shocking like queen. Like you wouldn't think it would be Pearl. You think it'd be someone like Sandy. No, it's Pearl.
That would be the twist. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, and also I guess Yuki's the one who went around recruiting all the Guardians. So like Yuki, Alex, and Axel are represented by like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy because they're in charge of the people with powers. I don't know.
Who's the dirty bubble though?
One of the PL members, or maybe like that one shop owner from season 1 that captured a couple of them. Maybe he's Man Ray. I don't know.
Ayaka, get out!
No, I'm not done.
How is the scar healed? I forgot how she sustained it, so no idea. What I got on my knee when I was 8. Yeah, that's the thing, that wounds heal, scars don't. That's supposedly the difference between them.
You've been in there for hours.
Liar, liar.
You've been in there for a very long time.
Who voices that character? Is that?
It does admittedly sound recognizable.
Is that Blackjack?
Perfect.
It does sound like Blackjack, but I don't.
I don't. Is that Blackjack? I don't know. Was Blackjack on the Guardians?
I don't know. Apparently, Prism gave up on the credits, so we'll never know.
Yeah.
Someone check in the playlist. The playlist in the description of the video.
You don't get it, Yuki.
No, it doesn't need to be perfect, Ayaka. I bet you can pull off anything anyway.
Just give me a sec.
Oh, Prism asked Aiden. Prism asked, is it Miyuka or Ayaka, Aiden?
I don't know who either of them are.
It's Ayaka we're talking about here.
I was referring to the VA specifically.
Yeah, Ayaka. We're talking. Yes. The VA for Ayaka sounds familiar and sounds like one of the VAs that we used to have who recently resigned.
I'm very sad about that, but you know, I found Julia's replacement. Hee hee hee.
Oh, who's that?
Mr. Sayaka.
I don't know.
Well,
you know?
we need a replacement for a character voiced by Blackjack. Perhaps Uta needs to be sent our way, potentially.
Oh, that actually would be good as well. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, wait, maybe a Bianca audition? Question
I
mark?
mean,
you know.
I literally, yeah, the audition video is going to come out like tomorrow. It's actually
Oh,
out
yeah.
now, but it's out now for members only because members get an extra day.
Yeah.
But then yeah, it'll be publicized. It'll be public at the normal.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
time
if I
tomorrow.
should audition or not.
No, I would go for it. Actually, like, go for it,
I
KW.
don't-
It wouldn't
I don't
hurt.
see why you shouldn't.
I mean, seriously, like the literal worst case scenario is that you don't get a role or a backup. Like that's the worst case scenario. It's not like if you don't get a role or backup, you're gonna be kicked out of Buttercorp by the hole, and all your projects will be stripped, and you will never work in this town again.
Wow.
Like obviously, that's not gonna happen.
You will
so,
never
you
work
know.
in Hollywood again.
Exactly. But no, seriously though, like I mean seriously though, like the worst thing that can happen if you don't get picked for audition is that you're not the character or the backup or the VA chosen. I mean that's
Yeah,
honestly it's not really that it's not that terrible of a situation. It's just like it
I'll
happens.
tell you what, two of my most recent auditions that I have done and I've had somewhat success in actually. One of them was for Danganronpa, which I haven't played at all, but I tried out for like every single character that I thought I could like vaguely match because I looked up all of their voices and just did what I could in the moment. And ended up getting like the one that I was already recommended in the first place, but hey, I tried. And then there's also like a certain Zelda project. I've also never played those games at all, but I also looked up the voices and asked references, and yeah, that worked out. So you never know.
You were good as Ganondorf. We all know you're really good at it. Like,
I didn't know until that point. I didn't know how it was gonna go.
Dude, like when I listened to your Ganondorf audition and listened to the actual Ganondorf voice and everything, I'm just like, oh wow, he was pretty close at it.
I'm glad because I thank you. I'm glad that I've that one guy on YouTube Shorts to thank for that. How to do a Ganon voice? That was my Google search. I once said this to Monet. The best way to get people to understand your point sometimes is to give them an example that they're familiar with.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I have to ask Yumika something.
I wouldn't if I were you. She needs her time.
It'll be quick.
Mizuki.
I'll be quick.
No, Yuki put me in charge, so I demand you to... Mizuki!
I tried to contact him.
That's that.
Still nothing?
No.
Oh, you're gonna be set a company called My Spy. Ah, well, send that our way. We must review.
This sucks! I wish it didn't have to be so difficult.
I'll keep trying. He will eventually have to respond. Right?
Somehow I forgot that Yumeka used it as a face mask. I don't know why. I should remember that.
Well, I mean, we literally went a
seems
whole
like-
episode without seeing her in a face mask, so you know.
That's probably why.
You're doing too much.
I don't think I'm doing enough.
Am I bothering?
No, I was just leaving.
We're talking about drama.
I was wondering something. Is this a bad time?
Not at all. What are you wondering?
What does it mean to be a Dark Queen?
Oh.
Bad question.
No, it's...
Oh, wait, is she a Dark Queen? Who's a Dark Queen?
That could lose like a little bit more of a pause there. Like, what's something about Queen? Oh. Bad question? Something like that, I mean.
So what's a Dark Queen, though? I haven't been caught up. I'm kind of confused.
That's the question that's being asked right now. We're about to find out.
Want
she a
the
Dark Queen?
long explanation or the short one?
Well, Aiden's here, so let's give the long one and see what sticks.
Try to make the long one short.
Okay. Bed made this prophecy once about two queens.
Guardian, dark, past, hair, personality, really something, not from something, light eyes.
One from their time and one from ours.
Oh, so there's yet another mysterious queen in this series.
Oh my
Like, that was
god.
like the whole build up. That was like the whole build up of season 1. You know, the main mystery was who was the queen.
The first queen was thought to be April, but it wasn't. No, it was. Not many people know that.
How do you?
Someone told me. Moving on.
Moving on. You know, like, wait, what? What do you mean moving on? What does that mean? Should I be concerned?
So is it a good time to remind people that Yumeka is normally the comic relief in this series?
I mean, hey, you know, sometimes comic relief characters end up being more than you know. Like Mrs. Dysart, she had a mental breakdown and beat someone up. Let's see, Harvey has been upset multiple times and almost murdered.
Well, yeah, okay, yes, they can have other emotions. What I was getting at was that we've had like a very serious Yumeka for like an entire episode, and it's just me reminded of like, yeah, remember, she's the funny one. You can imagine what the other ones might be going through. That was what I was saying. Like, obviously, I know that comic relief characters at their best go through other stuff. I mean, look at Julius. Like the whole thing.
What do you mean? Julius is only funny neutral man. That he's never been through anything else.
No, of course not. I definitely didn't project like well, it's like 15 years of psychological trauma onto him in one singular scene.
It's great.
To guide them through the pain. And we really need that.
Oh no, she's a fallen angel.
I just don't know if I would be capable of doing a good job.
I briefly heard about I'm just now realizing how little I know.
You'll figure some things out at your own pace. Either way, I'm just here so I can lead people in the right direction. I'm here to protect people.
That's a lot of pressure, man. I mean, you know, that kind of pressure can crush someone. Putting that kind of stuff on yourself.
Yeah, that's why there's that's why the Guardians there's like 10 of them, because that's so they're a found family that they share this mission. Except the difference is that Yumeka, as the reincarnated queen, actually has an added layer of pressure to lead them in that.
You know what would be interesting plot development? If Yumeka actually didn't end up being the leader. Because, like, the whole time, this idea of the queen being leader has been implemented. It's like the queen's the leader. But what if the queen isn't the leader? You know, I mean, why does the queen have to be the leader? Why can't someone else take the lead? Like, maybe the queen isn't suited to lead everyone
Yuki did actually take the lead. Yuki did actually take the lead, but it's more like the position sort of implies that. I mean, Yuki would arguably still be a lot better in this role than Yumeka at the moment, but it's almost like, you know, destiny or whatever. But yeah, like Yumeka has more than... But Yumeka's more than... Sorry, not Yumeka. Yuki has more than proven herself as a leader of the Guardians in quite a few ways. I mean, yeah, she had a few missteps as far as, like, you know, in season 1, trying to gather them in the first place, and also letting them roam around in a world they don't know about that one time. You know, so but you know, so she has her moments, but for the most part, she stepped up. She sought out all of the Guardians, and you know, credit where credit is due. As far as like being a twist, we already had a twist on the identity of the Queen in season 1, because at the start it was hinted at as being Miyuki, one of the main twins, one of the main protagonists of that season. And I guess now this is like the even numbered seasons of the episodes of this season have mostly been about Yumeka now that we know her position, I suppose, because Miyuki and Mizuki haven't done too much this season yet. Miyuki, because currently Yuki's got Yuki put her in charge. That was the previous scene.
That sounds cool. Isn't that stressful, though?
You have no idea.
Is Kaido not coming?
I don't know.
What was that sound? It was like a huge stat. Oh, I guess maybe that comes from
Where
somewhere
might
else.
they be? This is important for Yumi.
I'm losing hope with them.
There must be something wrong. Kaido wouldn't miss out on a party.
Okay, I feel like Miyu here is really rushing through every single line. It's like, I gotta speak fast, otherwise I won't get this done in time, or something like that. Not really the way to go necessarily.
Things wrong.
Oh, so that is white noise. White noise as soon as Miyu enters the building.
They just can't be trusted.
How do you know?
Assuming.
What?
Are you two okay?
Yeah, I only wish they would take this more seriously.
Finally!
Sorry it took so long.
Uh-huh, you should be.
Ooh,
You're great,
shipping.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna make out or not? Jesus.
Oh wow, Aiden.
It's like the
just
one
wow.
scene that goes in that direction.
Anyway,
Thank you. You too.
Oh, I thought I'd be the last one here.
Doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh, that's a party I've ever seen one.
Where's Alex?
no idea.
I'm here.
What were
Also,
Okay.
before anyone says anything, that is not me doing a Daniel voice or a Sonic voice.
Wait, Daniel's here? Wait, you voice Daniel?
No, I was saying like because like it was like I'm here. Like it sounded a bit like me. That's why I was clarifying before you said it.
Yeah. Also, wait, Sean's in this series? I didn't know Sean's in this series. I thought he died. Maybe this is where the characters go after they die. They just appear in other Gacha series. Kidding.
My goodness.
That's
I mean,
where
this could be
angels
like
go.
the past, present, and future, so you never know.
What are you doing?
Oh, fixing my clothes.
Really?
Yeah, nothing suspicious about that.
Right.
Don't say nothing
Yeah.
suspicious because it makes it seem suspicious.
Yeah, it's more suspicious saying nothing suspicious.
Yeah, you know me just like taking out the trash with this suspiciously heavy trash bag that's dripping some red liquid. You know, nothing suspicious about this.
I think we've had enough dripping red liquid for this series.
Yeah, true.
Let's instead. Oh! I just realized something. The blur effect on here is actually like a selection, almost, because it seems to cut off, as part of the couch. Almost like that was almost like Alex S. Axel here was on like the main layer, and Mizuki wasn't.
Well, actually, no, I don't think they are on the main layer. It's a blur effect applied to the middle of the screen because if you look closely, part of crap. What's the girl with the glasses? I forget
What's
her
the
name.
girl that? It's either Miyuki or Mizuki because they changed
the girl who was in Blurred. You see, if you actually look at the corner of her glasses, it's actually partially blurred, much like a bit of a bottom of her hair as well is actually partially blurred. So but so is the background behind her and not the background behind the couch. The couch is defined, the stairs and the corner of the room aren't. I can't have more layers because my editing app won't allow me. Okay. See, I have a keen eye for these things.
What were you really doing?
Also, that reminds me of like the angelic Bond moment in Fallen Angels.
Nothing to worry about.
I'm getting
Do
really.
you guys want to play some games while we wait?
There's no need to.
The only games that are being played are the games. Wait, what?
All right.
What was that?
I'm pretty sure they're going to determine that someone's missing right now. They're going to ask who's missing.
Are we all ready?
Where's Kaito?
Oh, what a surprise.
Meet us there. They have their invitation on them.
Are they such a big deal? It's not like they could restrict Yumika from entering if she...
Are you kidding me? Like, you're all the Guardians and you're going to celebrate together? You're just going to ditch your friend?
doesn't have it. It's a party for her.
Also, they waited for Ayaka for ages. Why not wait for Kaito? Or look for Kaito? I don't know. Do something. Stop it. I know this script too much. Yeah, this is me being psychic again, I guess.
They're extremely strict.
Yeah. Jacob has opened his third eye. All his chakras are open.
Of course, yeah. I believe in That's my hip-hop third eye.
Seriously?
Oh my god, no!
They shouldn't know more about this. It's fine. I have my invitation ticket thing.
Even if I don't have my invitation, let me in.
Well, you're the queen! You're the queen! They should let you in! I would hope they let you in.
I tell you what, if this beat is copyright free, could you send this to me, please, Prism? I want to, I want to like make a rap over this or something.
Who's that?
Okay, shall we get this party started? Yikes, tough crowd.
I would prefer
I mean, yeah, because you kind of just said it as a sentence. You didn't really like hype them up.
to wait for Kaito.
They're not gonna show up.
How are you so convinced, Axel?
Whatever. That's not the only problem.
What's the other problem?
I've been thinking about it.
I'm pregnant.
Back to day-
I don't know. Listen.
Yugi, I'm pregnant and you're the father.
No, he
You
just goes
think-
up to Yumeka, be like, "Hey, Yumeka, I'm pregnant with your baby. Don't ask me how it happened. I'm pregnant now. Pregante."
It would be the perfect time to reappear, don't you think?
Thanks for crushing the mood, Axel.
I'm just saying. If I were him, this would be the perfect time and place to make.
Nothing bad is going to happen. Let's
Oh,
be
that's what they
positive,
all
okay?
say before something bad happens. Nothing bad's
course.
gonna happen. Never mind, something horrific happened.
Hey, this is Yumeka's big.
Can we please go?
Yeah.
No. What?
I wish you the best of luck, Yume, but it seems like I can't say that word.
Just what the? Okay.
What?
Really?
Okay.
Tough crowd.
I'm really confused, but okay.
Yeah.
I think there's something to do with like one of their powers being luck related.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. That's just my guess.
Wait, what happens if the queen has a child? Does that make them a princess?
In a way, I guess, like the queen doesn't seem like have like a kingdom to rule over unless the queen rules over like all three dimensions or timelines, I suppose.
Hey, Prism,
Maybe?
idea if you decide to continue this series. Yumeka gets pregnant and she has a child and they call it the princess.
As hilarious as it would be for Yumeka to have to cope with pregnancy cravings and everyone in the house having to deal with her going
She
even more
will
crazy.
have a child.
It will be fun. Listen, okay,
Look,
we need this.
It would be
Ada, we
I don't
don't.
think it would fit.
We need pregnancy story arc. I want Gacha voice acted pregnancy story arc.
No, we do not, especially if this series is mostly about the Guardians and multiple timelines and dimensions and such.
Well, it's about the Guardians, and one of the main Guardians is the Queen.
Yeah, Miyuki's like, okay.
Darn
okay,
it! Well, maybe it's like magic pregnancy, like someone casts a spell that magically gets her pregnant.
No, we're not going with that story, Aiden. And if you want a pregnancy story, then put it in Fallen Angels.
Or maybe she's the Virgin Mary. We don't know. I basically don't wait for episode 15. Okay, all right then. We shall.
Wait, I thought this was a season finale. Oh dang! This is
It doesn't say it in the title, so.
Oh, I thought this was a season finale. I thought we were ending this season, man.
I suspected it because if the series is almost at 30 episodes.
Like in total? In total?
Yes, in total. Because
Okay.
season 1 has 16 episodes, so yeah, we're at 28 now.
Okay, because if season 2 was gonna have 30 episodes, then hate to break it to you, that's too long of a season.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's more episodes than Mutant Girls had.
This party is so dead.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, now the people start conversing. Only after someone mentions how dead the party is.
You know what I've been thinking of? The stars.
I
They must be so
recognize
pretty
that.
tonight.
No, wait. I recognize
I want to see
the
that.
talking audio. I recognize that talking audio. I use that for my Zelda music video.
I'm fairly certain that I use it for Alpha Academy as well.
Not leaving us.
What?
Yume already left us to go practice her speech, so you can't do that. I need you, miss.
You don't need me, surely.
Please.
Let her have fun.
No.
Okay, so Mizuki is the one who doesn't have the scar. Miyuki is. Okay, I've been like debating that all the time because I keep forgetting.
I'm supposed to be the leader. I'm trying to be like Yuki.
Be right back.
If you're...
Well, actually, hold on a second. If you're trying to be like Yuki, then Yuki would let Mizuki wander off instantly, if you recall. Because actually, that's exactly what she did to you in episode 2, Miyuki. In the famous "I woke up in a different world." Can I go? Can I? Oh, wait, that might have been Mizuki actually. Either way, one of the twins woke up after being kidnapped by Yuki, and just goes, "Hey, can I go for a walk?"
You're really trying to be like Yuki. You're failing. In a positive way.
Ayaka just left.
How does someone fail in a positive? I don't even know.
Yeah, but you're not Ayaka.
Be more like me, Yuki, and let me go.
I don't know.
Finally acknowledging the fact that like most of these characters' names sound almost identical. Like on the screen right now, towards the right we have Mizuki, in the middle we have Miyuki, next to her is Miyu, and we have Yuki somewhere else.
Would it be better if I went with her?
Fine. Would you be willing?
Why not?
Why can't you let her go on her own?
Simple.
Well,
she's my sister. And I don't trust her. Bye, have fun, don't come back late.
We won't.
We could never miss Yume's speech.
They're gonna miss her speech.
Axel!
I hope not.
Aika, look at this.
Chocolate fountain.
We'd love to, but the screen went white for a second.
It's awesome.
I think the light of heaven just broke the.
Her new name is Jacob. Yay! My dream has been fulfilled. I'm in the Guardian.
Wait, can what about Aiden? Who's named Aiden in this?
Miyu, the one who speaks way too quickly.
Okay.
Chocolate fountain?
Yes, this is my first time seeing one of them.
Really?
Yeah, you don't see stuff like this around anymore.
Is that why
This
there's no
Golden Corral,
toaster?
man, or Golden Corral pre-2022, because apparently they got rid of it.
Yeah, Alex and Axel are from the future, so I guess like any more means to them, later on.
Listen, chocolate fountains are cool, but also, what are you gonna put in a chocolate fountain? I guess you could put like a strawberry. Sometimes there are like these like cookie pops that you can put in, but yeah, there's not really much to put in. Although I imagine a lot of little kids grab the fountain, like put their hands in the fountain, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, they are. They're mainly an aesthetic choice.
Yeah, I don't think I want a chocolate fountain. At first I thought, oh, that was cool!
I want a private chocolate fountain. That's what I want.
Honestly, you know what? They serve more of a purpose than ice sculptures. So on that level, they're better.
I mean,
But I don't even like ice sculptures.
Exactly. They're more useless than chocolate fountains.
What for
Because
me?
you have to preserve them specifically, and they don't last at all, and they just sit there.
Also, they take so long to make as well. Like, do you especially the super complicated ice, like ice?
Yeah, they take a long time to make. You can use them exactly once, and they just sit there.
And then they melt later, and then it's sad.
I either want a soda fountain or a chocolate milk fountain.
I mean, those wouldn't be bad, as long as they're, not a bunch of grubby kids are putting their hands in them, which would be kind of gross, man.
Have you not watched Descendants?
I've seen bits of it, but Descendants is cringe, man.
No, oh, I'm about to bust your door down.
Perhaps you have seen the bits. Perhaps you have seen the bits that are cringe out of the movie that isn't. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Descendants is just cringe, and also it's extremely unethical because they literally put the villains on an island. But when the villains had all the villains were on one island, regardless of the severity of each crime. But when they had kids, the kids were still trapped on the island, even though the kids didn't do anything but be born by bad people. So,
That's the point.
Thank you, Jacob Potter. Thank you.
So it's still unethical. It was still unethical that it
Yes,
happened in the
it's
first place.
unethical. That's why there's conflict in the film. That's what the story's about. You
But
know,
they didn't.
are not the parents.
No, here's the thing though. They didn't even get rid of the island till like I believe it was like the end of the third movie. Like they didn't even get rid of like that island. They didn't even get rid of the concept as a whole.
Okay, well,
till
change
like
doesn't happen in a day. I don't know.
it was like that for many years.
Aiden, people still have to live somewhere. You can't just like relocate an entire population of people overnight.
No, they made a bridge to connect the Isles of the Lost to Eridon, so the kids who were born by the bad parents can come too, and also the bad parents can redeem themselves. Aiden, have you not?
Yeah, but it was unethical that it
all,
happened.
Attention, all children of villains. You are now free. You know, the conflict between our two factions has been resolved. Prepare to be forcefully relocated out of your homes and places of origin.
Listen, don't get you to say, oh, Prism, okay, I'm gonna bust 2 doors down.
I'm trying to be neutral and like understanding to the concept of sentence as a thing. I haven't even seen it, but I know what the story setup is supposed to be.
Yeah, no, but
Descendants. Just watch all the movies, Aiden. You will understand the story better if you just.
I know. I understand the story, and I don't care if the analogy is wrong.
Really?
It's just wrong. That
Okay, what happened in Descendants 2? What happened in Descendants 2? Go on.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not like saying like what happens in, like Avatar or something. Oh no!
So-
Oh wow! I can't watch Avatar because Fire Lord Ozai is a bad person. What do you mean?
Well, the bad people. No, I'm saying a bad thing kept happening throughout all the movies, and it took
a
very
war between
long
the Fire
time.
Nation attacked it as well. Like
Yeah,
that's like
but it
every
wasn't
story.
proper. I'm saying it probably wasn't acknowledged as wrong as like a completely immoral thing. And like it was.
That happened in Descendants 2 because the prince gets kidnapped.
Yeah, it took a while.
KW, was it or wasn't it acknowledged? Because it sounds like it would have been acknowledged.
It gets acknowledged eventually, but it doesn't really properly get even mentioned that, hey, this whole concept's kind of gross in the second movie. Like, it's not even like the first movie said, hey, this concept's bad. No, it's just like, dang.
Oh my god. No! In the first Descendants movie, Ben decided, hey, we should actually need to help these kids because they probably did nothing wrong because
They probably did nothing wrong. What do you mean they probably? They did do nothing wrong.
They don't
They
know
got.
them.
They
know the
were
kids.
born.
Okay,
Okay.
two things. One of them, they don't know, so they could have done something wrong, but like some of them might have done. You know, there's always a couple stragglers here and there. And B, like, didn't one of them try and steal like a wand or something in the first movie? I can't remember now.
Yes!
Okay,
Mel went to go and steal the wand to do what her mother says, and she changed sides, stops her mother. That's the end of Descendants 1. Descendants 2.
I love how I have a more accurate depiction of this movie, and I haven't even seen the movie.
I mean, I haven't said anything. I just said the core idea is kind of just gross.
You missed the whole entire point of the film, Aiden, if you don't watch the films.
Wow, gee, angels being subjugated by years of tradition and authoritarianism. What a horrible concept for a series. I better not watch Fallen Angels then.
It is literally like fallen angels if you think about it.
1, they're not in prison. 2, it's just their job. 3, that's more of a societal issue, and it's actually acknowledged. But it's actually acknowledged. In the very beginning of the series, it's actively acknowledged that the whole way society's set up is terrible. It again, I'm saying Descendants, it properly wasn't talked about how the whole concept is screwed up till the second movie.
Yes. According to KW, it was at least like people at least started thinking in that direction, and then those people who probably started like posing the question then probably paved the way for others in the future movies to pick up where they left off.
In the third film, they started bringing in more kids, like 4x4, to start helping things up and everything, because they realized the issue that they forgot the program was to actually help all villain kids, but Ben was busy doing kingly stuff in the second film, and so he sort of kind of forgot about the program because he was so busy because he has so many responsibilities.
I tell you what, if you want to be technical about the real problem with Descendants as a principle, is that most of those villains were super dead anyway, so they probably would not have existed in the first place. That is the real reason that would not have worked.
Right.
Not to mention, one of them could turn into a dragon, and I probably wouldn't contain it for too long. But
Right, yeah. Well, they didn't have
Suspension
magic on the island. Like, they had like a magic spell where it's like, oh, they can't use magic. Hence why they couldn't get out in the first place.
I would love an origin story of how they track down all these villains and put them on an island.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, here's the thing. They're making Descendants 4 movie, which I do actually arguably hate. Because the third one ended in such on a good note, on a high note. And so they're going to tarnish the Descendants name by making a fourth one. I'm just saying.
I mean, you can't tarnish something that's already bad.
No, it's good.
Assuming, of course, that it is bad. You know what? Maybe you and I should need to watch Descendants at some point. Because again, I am speaking out of like what little knowledge I have, but at least like trying to see from both angles.
And there's also multiple issues with it. For example, Mal in the first movie pretty much drugs Ben into liking her. And then instead of Ben, as soon as the spell wears off, him being like, hey, Mal, what you did wasn't okay. You can't literally drug someone. I don't care if it's because you like me, allegedly, or if you want something from me. You cannot do that. That is immoral. But no, his reasoning as soon as he reveals that he hasn't been under spell for a while was, oh, well, it kind of, when we went on that magical lake, the spell wore off. But since you liked me a lot, I decided to stay with you. It's just like, she drugged you, dude. Drugging isn't okay. I don't care who's doing the drugging or why they're doing the drugging.
It's a Disney film, Aiden. It's not realism. You forget these are fantasy stories.
That is a fair point. I mean, yes, okay, villain kid does something villainous, nothing new under the sun. Maybe there should be more consequences. Again,
I'm just saying the consequences and the characters' reactions to said horrible event.
Yeah, that's a valid complaint. That's a valid complaint.
That is a narrative thing that they do to kind of brush off the main character's actions to make them less severe by having everyone else not react as severely to their actions. It's a narrative tool. Because, say someone were to say the most horrible thing to someone, but then the person that they said the horrible thing to was like, you're not entirely wrong. That suddenly mitigates that horrible action when they could have said the worst thing possible to them. They'll have terrible Felix... framing. Like, for example, let's take an
Aiden, they don't know that
for example, Glimmer has an argument with her mom.
Wait, they don't know?
No, Glimmer has an argument with her mom, for example, and the way the lighting is, it has her mom in the dark and Glimmer in the light. But the argument they're arguing over is that they should go to save She-Ra after being kidnapped, but her mom's like, hey, let's not rush into it. And Glimmer's like, no, I'm going to rush into it. And then it goes horribly wrong. So, it's one of those things that's like, no.
A character makes a bad choice and they suffer the consequences as a result of it.
No, but it's the narrative framing. And that's the problem. When the narrative framing, lighting, or something like that is framing it like the person in the wrong is actually in the right, or what they're doing isn't as bad.
That's subversion of expectations.
Yeah, well, Aiden, no one knew that Mal put Ben under a spell except for
Ben knew, and I don't care. Ben should have yelled at her or had a serious conversation.
Well, guess what? They're teenagers. Teenagers are dumb.
Okay,
you forget that.
See what I mean? When you have to use the excuse, teenagers are dumb to justify a terrible writing decision.
I'm not.
That's bad. That's like being like, oh yeah, Morwenna like yelled at everyone, made everyone hate her, slapped her boyfriend. But then she just said sorry, and everyone just instantly forgave her. Because teenagers are dumb. They're just dumb. That teenagers
I'm
make
not
mistakes.
excusing
Like,
it. I'm just saying he is a teenager, and he probably is somewhat dumb. Like, he probably thinks, it's not bad. Just a girl have a crush on me. It's whatever. But really, it's like, no,
okay, but
it's actually bad.
let's talk about it though. Imagine how far something like that can go. Imagine how far drugging someone to like you can go. What? Like, again, if this was an adult product, it could go really bad. Dare I say, it could go physical. And then if you kiss someone when they're mentally drugged into liking you, what would you call that?
She didn't kiss him!
Well,
it's not like the spell is broken, Aiden!
But what if they did? I'm just saying the core concept of a love spell working like that gets gross. And again, Uma in the second movie does a very similar thing to him. And then that's portrayed as bad. So what? If Mal does it, it's not bad. It's complicated. But when Uma does it, no, that was actually a bad action. That wasn't a good thing that she did. And that's the kind of thing. So what? And like Uma again did it for Uma did it for her own selfish evil motives. Versus so did Mal. Mal also, when she drugged him, did it for her own selfish evil motives. So what makes them different? Because one's a protagonist and one's an antagonist? That's a terrible line to cross.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that nobody knew that Ben was under a spell. Everyone knew that Ben was under a spell when he was with Uma. That's the problem there, Aiden. You keep saying, well, this is bad in the first movie, and they did it in the second episode instead of blah, blah, blah. But you're forgetting that because everyone knew that Uma put him under a spell. They knew that. They did not know that Mal put him under a spell in the first movie. That's a huge difference.
But again, how can a relationship really continue if it started under false pretenses? I mean, honestly, like, if a relationship starts under false pretenses, it's probably best that you end that relationship and then maybe approach it at a later date under true pretenses.
Remember, this is a Disney movie. They do not care about...
Yeah, that's the problem!
That's not a good excuse. I'm with Aiden on this
Disney,
one now, actually.
They don't care! Like, that's not a good reason! They didn't think about it, okay, and I don't care if they didn't think about it. It's what happens!
Hey, look, the music slap.
Okay, that's like if I just said watching like one of these videos, like, oh, it's a gacha video, it doesn't matter. Like, of course,
doesn't matter. Yeah. Gacha stuff happens all the time in gacha.
In general, what I mean by Disney, it doesn't care. It's just because they do like narrative stories that are not okay. Like, think about Snow White. How old is the prince?
You mean like the 1937 movie that they have since tried to move on?
Yes.
Well, actually, here's the thing about the Snow White movie. It was actually never stated Snow White and the Prince's age. People just, for the most part, assumed that Snow White was like 14 and the Prince was like 30-something. When actually, in the context of the movie...
14, but the Prince doesn't. I don't think anyone is.
The Prince, like, I don't think any of their ages were verbally said, or at least by the time the kiss happened and the whole waking up from the spell happened. That during that point in the movie, there was no age stated right before then. So again, Snow White could have been 18. She could have been 17. Mm-hmm. She could have been 20 for all we know.
Again, I'm pretty sure she was confirmed to be 14, but the Prince doesn't have a confirmed age.
Well, but we don't know how long she lived with the dwarves in the context of the movie. It could be assumed that it was a few days, but it could have been years for all we know.
That's a fair point.
It was never stated.
That is a fair point, but still, like Disney have written like Disney films and everything, and they could put in stuff that is like, very much pretty bad. So let's say if people are correct and it has been confirmed by the Prince's age and Snow White's age and all that, it's That's messed up. Back
Yeah,
then,
but that's not. But that's just assuming things that, to our knowledge, isn't a case and probably never was the case.
I know. I just say
Again, it gives me vibes when people talk about myth from the Wizard of Oz. Like, for example, during the snow scene in the poppy field, they're like, "Oh, that snow was Epstein." Like Epstein's
Ecstasy?
stuff. No, Epstein. Crap, what's it called? Like, it's a very bad thing to breathe in. All that fake snow was that. But one of the people who talks about the Wizard of Oz talked about who talks about like a Oz historian or whatever, talks about like Oz and like making the film and stuff like that, did mention how she can never find any evidence that it was Epstein or they ordered Epstein. Her guess is, from all the research she did, that it was Gypston, which is different than Epstein and not as dangerous with Gypston.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going into behind the scenes knowledge of film production at this point. I thought we were talking about like start to present like within a narrative of fiction. If we're going to behind the scenes stuff,
I
there are
know,
other
but
things
that
to be more
this was
messed up.
talking about narrative and like how allegedly Snow White was 14, the prince was like 30 something. Even though that came out of nowhere, and that's just a bunch of fan rumors that fans are like, "Oh no, I totally think she was 14 and he was 30 something." Even though there's no evidence of that. That's like, again, that whole Epstein thing. There's no actual evidence, but it's a rumor everyone constantly says, despite having no actual evidence to or no
The Little
actual
Mermaid is actually
confirmation.
The Little Mermaid's actually a worse example of that, because there's a Little Mermaid. A lot of times you get like these TikTok videos or these YouTube shorts where they'll say something like, "Oh, you know, The Little Mermaid is a movie about how as soon as like a woman goes silent, then suddenly she becomes way more appealing or something." But that's not the case. It's like losing her voice was the challenge. She had to win the prince over despite not having her voice, and that wasn't the reason. If anything, it would have been way easier with the voice. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So yeah, fan theories do ruin that sometimes, but yeah.
But I wasn't trying to say like, oh, well, what they said about Snow White is true. I'm just saying, if I was trying to point out that Disney probably has done stuff that are probably way worse than you think, Ada. So.
Oh no! I think Disney has done horrible stuff as a company.
If we wanted, yeah, well, obviously, okay, but if we want to go back to like the historical historical Disney, then yeah, obviously, like there's like way more examples, like how in Dumbo they have a character called Jim Crow, and also not to mention the entire movie Song of the South.
Yeah. And then there was also the Native Americans in Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And they had a whole song.
So what I'm saying is like, yes, Descendants do have flaws. I am not saying they're perfect, but they're still good films to enjoy. That's why I'm trying to get
But I would say comparing the problems in Descendants to comparing the problems
in films that are like, from the first half
from
of the
like
20th century.
60, 70 years ago isn't exactly the fairest comparison.
No,
it's
I'm just saying,
that film that came out last year? Yeah, well, it has problems, but so does the films in the 30s. Like,
Gone with the Wind, the 1939 classic.
Like,
honestly, that one does have problems.
I wasn't trying to compare. I'm just saying, like, Disney for the longest time has issues, even like to this day. Like,
I mean, honestly, I would compare it to something like Pocahontas. Like that whole movie is kind of fucked up.
Even then, Pocahontas is still 23 years old.
Yeah,
that's still not that recent.
I would. Anyways, yeah, sorry about getting off track, but just saying, Descendant movies aren't good. They aren't good, and also Mal's wig is terrible.
No.
Like, no, her wig is slightly horrible.
It's good.
Okay, I'm gonna make a promise right now to people. I'm going to. I don't know. I will get Disney Plus and I will watch Descendants, like all three of them.
They're good.
That's my promise right now.
Yes, they have flaws. They're good, but they have flaws. They're good, but they have flaws.
I will take your word for it. I'm gonna watch them anyway because I'm curious now. I want to know who's like more right than the other.
No, I'm more
right. I'm more right.
Film or the one who's going
right.
disco.
I'm more right. Aiden is wrong. He just doesn't like good music. That's the truth.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't
He
hate
hasn't
that it's
brought up
in
music
his
a single
songs.
time. No one's
I
brought
don't
up the
hate
music
that it's
until
in
now,
his
apart from you.
songs, but they're not my favorite songs. I will say, like, they're not bad, but they're not really that good either. They're like middle of the road.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. That's my thoughts on the song.
That is
Just say it
understandable.
has something
Yeah.
good.
I don't actually know.
Saying something's middle of the road isn't saying it's good or great. It's just saying it's all right.
If you can like the music, then you can like the movies. Aiden. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what also has music? Song with the South. You know, and if you like that music, you can like that movie.
I never seen the movie nor heard the song, so I can't say anything.
Actually,
I know.
There's like one famous song from Song of the Skimmer-a-rinky Dinky Ding, Skimmer-a-rinky Doo. That actually comes from there. Surprisingly, no one knows about that.
Yeah,
it's outshone. Yeah, that's about it. That's the only thing I know from there.
Aiden bring up Song of the South, yet I do not know anything about Song of the South, so I cannot say anything, Aiden. I'm sorry.
It's probably for the best. Not gonna lie. Okay. Like the music I don't like. Yeah. Like. Okay. Yeah. Right. I will watch at some point. Just because something has good things means that it's good overall. My Shimmering Husband had good moments.
Oh, by the way, I want to rewrite that, or not, or like write a version of that. That's
good.
Fair.
Is it gonna be voice acted?
Probably.
If it's an Aiden thing, yeah, all of Aiden stuff is voice acted for me.
I like voice acting. It makes the characters feel more. Okay, so for me, voice acting makes the characters feel more real and alive, and not just a script. If that makes any sense, it makes them feel like actual people.
Guys, he's been trying to convince me that Clone Wars Season 2 needs to be voice acted.
Well, yeah, duh.
I mean,
I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day, but I say voice act it. But you know,
I always think the same thing. Like, I say it would be better, but not necessary. I mean, obviously, I've dabbled in both forms. I think Alpha Witch Academy seems to work on its own without the voice acting. Would it be better with voice acting? Perhaps, but that's a bridge we'll cross at some other point.
To be honest, I feel like Homai will not be great as voice acting just because, one, the way I have written the script, and two, just because the first season wasn't voice acted. I don't know, I just feel weird trying to do season 2 voice acted. Also, it will take a lot of time to find voice actors and everything. Like the Zelda project for me did took a while to find voice actors for the roles and such, and now I may have to replace a voice actor too, and it's taken me like months.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it has taken me months, so I don't want to work months on a season, especially an episode, just to get out there, and then we have to wait a year or two just for another episode because it might take a lot of work for me because I want to do a lot of content on my main channel, but also content on the second channel. So
I guess a good example is Secrets of the Plex. Secrets of the Plex wasn't voice acted the first season. I don't think the first season's like much worse off. In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure that Bond played around with the text in season 1, hiding a few things behind certain lines on purpose. That could not have been done without if the episodes were voice acted. So it depends. Sometimes you can use the medium to your advantage, and
I mean, what you always would do is, if you're worried about season 1 not being voice acted, and if season 2 became voice acted, there'd be a weird disconnect. You could always re-release. You could always make dubbed version of season 1 and just.
And that's where I don't want to do either.
I mean, you don't have to do that, but I mean, that's something you could always do personally if you felt like you had to do that, which I don't think that's necessary. But you know, if you wanted to. But again, for voice acting, you could just have a lot of closed casting to people that will stick around or you like think would do a good job, and just have a handful of voice actors you rely on if possible, like have as limited as possible.
Yeah, Aiden, I'm sorry to say
that's just a vice. That's just a vice when it comes to voice acting.
Yeah, because we're doing that for our upcoming project. We're going to audition some videos to create hype, but most of the main ones are going to be closed cast between us. Sorry to say for people.
Yeah, I know.
guess spoilers for tomorrow when that video comes out. Okay, back to this video.
Anymore.
Is that why there are no toasters?
There might be some, actually.
Our
I do it
next
in the
goal will
bathtub.
be to find some toasters.
In here?
Okay.
Anywhere. Help me
Fast
find a
range.
toaster when we have time.
We could just cheat and go to the present.
No, I
Oh, right, yeah, that's a good point.
need a future toast. It's not that we can go to the present anyways. We need to finish our mission first.
So.
Wait,
did
is
you
it
come
the
here to
present
talk
or
to
the
me about-
future? Like, are they technically in the past now, or are they in the future?
It seems like they're in
I
the
don't know.
future right now. It looks like they're in the future right now. They can go back to the present where there were toasters. Because remember, Alex or Axel, don't know which one, said that there were no toasters anymore. So he's from the future, so he knows. So I guess that's why this is being.
Wait, why
announced.
did they get rid of
Toaster?
toasters? How is that? Wait, how would they do it? Like, is like food, like for example, is food like maybe like 3D printed? Like you put in a command and then it just uses like the air molecules and converts them into food, and like eventually formulates them by changing the molecules in food, or maybe it has like this mush that it transforms all the particles into that. So there's actually no need for toasters. Because oh yeah,
Alexa, toast my bagels.
yeah, no, but like say you want toast, you click toast button and then it would just do it. Food is 3D printed. I knew it.
No,
Magic.
that's not confirmation. It says I think that's not by repeating the question. Like, is food 3D printed?
Oh, well,
Just like
it should
outrage.
be red.
What? No, that's responding to Josh's question if Axel's the one wearing green or red, and the answer was red. Reading like half the comments.
Shouldn't you be with me?
We don't always have to be together. Shouldn't you?
Why aren't you the
be with
guardians?
Kaito?
No food.
Can I just like point out the contrast between? the way
Wait,
that-
then does toast not exist in the future?
I guess not. Toast does not. No, Aiden. That is where we. The line has been drawn. No, toast does not exist in the future. There we go. Confirmation. Anyway, can I point out like the parallel between this scene and the one from like Yami and Yumeka, where like that one was like super serious, and now Ayaka's like saying that as banter. This is what Yami should have done if he didn't want to have a falling out with his sister. If Yami had served his lines like this, like Ayaka's doing right now, there would not have been a void.
So,
Ouch.
you see,
But why
Toaster.
did you talk to me?
I wanted to get closer to you. You seem like a pretty cool guy.
Now kiss, make out.
Yeah, this episode is it on thick. To be fair, yeah.
I want romance in a series.
As of now Aiden's invested. This is what the Guardians was missing this whole time.
Sorry, I just love romance a lot. It's just a shame it took ages for Fallen Angels to have any romance. Which now I can say there is romance in Fallen Angels, or like a confirmed romance where people are.
Well, yeah,
in a
romance
relationship.
was there. It just wasn't, it wasn't fulfilled yet.
Yeah, it was built up.
Yeah,
It
I do. Yeah, I do know that one of your favorite parts of Meeting Girls season was the Morwen and
Romance.
Malvik scenes. Yeah,
I love the romance in season 1. Like episode 9 is one of my favorite episodes of the Munich Girl. Like I love that episode.
I still remember episode 1 actually, where when you were watching that and Malvik goes like, and I just wanted to be my girlfriend, and then you like squealed immediately. I was not expecting it, so just like I was like zoning out, and was like, yeah.
Yeah, I squeal when my ships get fulfilled.
That wasn't even the scene when it gets fulfilled. That was just the scene when he declares
about to
his
be
intentions.
fulfilled. It's gonna be fulfilled soon, technically. I'm excited.
Any semi-canons as canon ships have been hinted at since the beginning. I'm not going to pull a Voltron. I haven't seen that, so I'm not going to dissect that. We've had enough tangents.
Oh, I love Voltron Lady Defender. It's such a good series.
Okay, so
we're getting into it.
What are
Okay.
your thoughts on?
No, I just want to say
Voltron?
it's a good series.
Nah,
I'm
kidding.
just.
I haven't seen Voltron, honestly. I don't know anything about it. I just wanted to see if I could cause chaos.
Cool, let's go.
I wasn't gonna do it.
And the portal is still going to be there. isn't it?
I have a bad feeling about the portal though. It already doesn't work too well.
Let's not think about it now. We're meant to be
I mean, you
enjoying
did-
ourselves.
I mean, did just suggest using it, so you're gonna have to worry about it in a second if you want to
Prism,
jump the plan, but yeah.
Are you telling me you don't like Voltron either? Oh no, you're stopping me right in the heart.
I love how like the connection between you two is just like slowly, like a rift is slowly building up and just getting wider.
Don't worry, Prism. Don't worry. We'll get Prism into Grimm so we talk about that. Prism, do you have Prime? Do you have Amazon Prime Video? Grimm is free to watch on there. Go on Amazon Prime Video and look up Grimm. It's Grimm. Grimm. Yes, go watch it. If you like supernatural dramas mixed with a bit of a cop show, mixed with drama. A lot of drama.
Prism, I actually will agree on the last season definitely did somewhat suck because it definitely felt rushed. But I still like the good ending of Voltron Ranger. I wish they could have made some of the episodes longer or maybe add longer episodes to wrap up pretty good. But yeah. It's still a good show.
Okay, you know what, Prism? Go sail the high seas. Pull a Monet.
Want to try out the chocolate fountain?
Hell yeah.
What was that?
I don't.
That was so quick. You're just like cut. Like,
I'm guessing that was the leftovers from like an older cut of the stable. There's like music there. It just so happened that one piece of audio was not salvageable. I'm guessing.
What's up? I know something's wrong. What is it?
You don't need to worry about it, Miyu.
I want to help you, Miyuki.
Oh my goodness, the flush. I thought she was like on the toilet or something for a second. No.
Well, she wants to help a girl out, okay? Sometimes you need help wiping.
I don't. You know,
You don't go to the bathroom just to help your homies pee?
Do it by themselves, as can I.
But you don't want to give them a little help. Sometimes you'll need assistance. Gosh, you're so rude.
I don't recall. I've never been summoned for assistance like that. No.
Okay, sometimes you have to hold it a bit while they pee, okay? Because some guys aren't good at aiming.
Then they can sit down.
Well, some guys don't want to sit down because they think it's too feminine. Okay, some guys are insecure.
Well, that's their problem. I'm not just gonna like hold things in place because people feel too emasculated. If anything, someone else holding it in place is Aiden. To be fair, someone holding it in place is probably more emasculating than it is just to sit down.
No, I mean it's pretty masculine. I mean, man on man, you know, menception.
I just remembered who I'm talking to. Of course, you'd say that.
Friend,
it is masculine. I am into the most masculine things. I am into more masculine things than masculine men. Okay,
I understand that. That's who I'm talking to.
Exactly.
Yuki told me that I should be.
Also, for crying out loud, she sighed and then liquid started. Like, Prism.
It sounds like she's peeing. Like I said, she's getting some help.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like the sink, though. My theory is that's like the sink. They're in the bathroom. People are flushing the toilets. The sink is going off. I think that's what's happening. I don't think she's literally going to the bathroom because that'd be weird.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Great leader. I never know what I'm meant to be, and I don't know how to be in charge. Am I even good enough, Miyu?
No, you're not good enough. You're absolute failure. Kidding.
This is roughly the same conversation you Mecha, but just, you know, the conversation that ended there because you Mecha was like, oh, you have no idea how stressful it is. I can understand why she decided to, you know, open up to somebody else who wasn't you Mecha.
No, I think that was Zeller Twin, dude. That was Zeller Twin.
Oh, I would have thought. I thought it was this one, the one who was concerned about being a leader.
No, maybe I can't. Look, I have trouble telling twins apart.
It's the scar for me this time.
Yuki made an awful choice. Why trust me?
I don't agree with you. Yuki saw potential in you, Miyuki. She believes in you. She knew that you'd be fitted for this role, and even if you're still gonna feel that way, hey, at least you're not the one who's gonna be queen.
She almost was at one point. In season 1, it was the red
Everyone,
herring.
well, to be fair, everyone thought she was gonna be the queen.
Yeah,
in
season 1, she was the red herring. Yeah.
It was terrifying.
You know,
said
Speaking of that, here's the callback.
Was.
I'd imagine. Anyway, I'm sure Yuki will be proud. You're doing a great job. That's my honest opinion.
I said it really proud. I'm gonna do a good job. Like, again, slow down. There's no rush. Miyu's VA, whoever you are.
Why are we talking as if she's dead?
Shush! Don't say that.
Yeah, we might my video on Johnny. Didn't she just go? Did she just leave? I think she just came back in. I can't help it.
Kind of hope she'll show up at this party.
Yeah, but we'd understand if she doesn't.
Hansky.
What's the deal with Kaido? I get the being a guardian bit, but missing your friend's queen speech?
Kaito would bring some joy to this party.
Kaito's probably kidnapped, man.
Yeah, also, when has Kaito brought joy to things? Kaito is edgy.
Crap!
What?
I forgot to ask if Mizuki could activate her disco here.
Her what?
Her disco? Wait, like the disco ball in Alpha Witch Academy?
Potentially, that's not actually a disco ball, but yeah.
Balcony.
Wait, was it? What was it?
It's a wear-light.
Oh. No, I mean, I was referring to the disco ball in the intro.
Oh, the intro. Okay, fine.
There was literally a disco ball. What are you...
I thought you meant because, like, you know, this like the balls they're able to project, you know, the spheres, but yeah, never mind.
Well, I got a question though about wear lights. Can wear lights turn different colors? Like, can someone make a wear light like blue, purple, green, etc.? Or is it only like the whitish yellow color?
I'd never actually thought of that, but I say the whitish yellow one is the basic color, and if you concentrate hard enough, then you can actually pick. I mean that does make sense because I mean essentially you're just deciding what wavelengths on the light spectrum you want to be presented. So in theory.
And
yeah,
I have a question about the wear lights.
Can
you actually control the intensity of the ball? Like, can you make it go super bright and super not bright?
If you concentrate, you have enough power to do so, then yes.
And what if could you accelerate the light thing? Like have it go from very dim to very light, very bright at once. And say you were to maybe throw the ball or maybe push it forward or something like that, like away from you into someone's face. You could technically make someone either go blind or blind them temporarily using that as like a flash spell of sorts to catch them off guard. And it also would probably be useful because you wouldn't actually think it as a dangerous spell that could actually do anything. You're like, look, just a wear light. See nothing dangerous. And then it's like, then you brighten it up and throw it at them, brighten it up as you throw it towards them, and then blind them as you get away.
I'm glad you're seeing the potential here, because that's actually, that's a very thematically appropriate thing for Alpha Witch Academy. So that seems powerless and unassuming, but through the power of the brain is able to actually match.
You know what? We should do something like that eventually if we have to. We should do something like that eventually. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'd say so. I definitely didn't have something planned already.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, off camera.
Alex?
Also, I like her dress. I like the girl in the purple dress. She looks pretty in the dress.
Oh, come on.
I simply said I'd go with you. I didn't say I'd be going on the balcony with you.
Please?
I'll join later. Pinky promise.
You better not break it.
That's an index, but we'll pretend because it's Gacha. Okay, I'm not going to slow that down because I don't have time.
Alex.
Yami?
Yes. Wow. You look fantastic.
I could say the same thing.
You don't mean my outfit? Surely. I'm not dressed for the occasion.
What are you doing here?
No, I mean you, blushes harder.
I wanted to see my sister and give her a big speech.
Aren't people going to notice you?
My job as a shadow. No big deal.
Yami.
Don't worry, I have it under control.
How did you get in?
Oh, I have my ways. Romeo could really learn a thing or two from me.
Where have you been?
Can't tell
Yeah, don't encourage them. They've already got an invitation.
you.
What have you been doing?
Alex, I'd love to stay and chat, but the speech is starting soon, and I really wouldn't want someone to see me.
It is. Just to get Mizuki, and she just went there. She's probably not going to be back for a while unless she knows.
Now you care?
Yes, fine. It's an excuse. Go hang out with somebody else. I'm not meant to be talking to you.
Why did you approach me then?
Because you were like the only conversation he had for like ages. Like honestly, who knows how long he was in the void for? Because depending on, they jump around so much between the dimensions. You never know.
I have no self-control. I must go.
Wait! When will I see you again?
Soon.
Can you...
When can we do this again? Da-do-do-do. When can I see you again?
Can I communicate to you through other ways? I've been trying with the scandal.
Keep trying.
Yummy becomes a manic pixie dream girl. Never explains anything. Almost 2 years. Yeah, so Alex was the only contact he had for almost 2 years. Of course, he's going to come and pay him a visit.
Wait! You don't have to leave so soon.
But I do.
I mean, he's not leaving. He's staying for the speech.
It's weird seeing you again. I wish I could talk to you more.
You can't.
I mean right now! Yami, can't you stay? You're a guardian. We can prove that they're wrong about you.
I wish it could be like that.
What?
I need to go. Please, let me go. I'll talk to you soon.
Stop kidnapping me.
Gracing me with your presence?
Yeah, the speech is about to start. Hurry up. Get out of here. It's fine. Don't worry.
Is it weird to...
He wants to be left alone. See, yeah, see? Now you're getting what I was putting down before. You always have some sort of crush on Alex. Good grief. Love triangle.
Say there's this person you're supposed to hate. Everyone tells you that you should stay away. That they are bad. And that you shouldn't even look at them. But something about them makes you want to stay.
In my experience, that's usually red flags, and those people tended to be right, and I just ignored them until it was too late for me. But yeah, you do you.
Makes you want to talk to them. You want what's best for them, and you want others to see what you see. You wish to help them. Is that normal? Asking for a friend.
Gosh, your friend sounds dumb. If someone was bad, they should run.
Is that your answer?
Yeah. Hey, Alex, did I ever mention Cam around you?
I don't think you have.
Yeah, he's my boyfriend, and I miss him so much. I wish I could contact him.
Why can't you?
I was told to stay away from the portal because the lights are too dangerous.
Yeah, Yuki did, tell everyone to leave. Then again, Miyuki is now in charge, your own sister. Could you possibly, pull a few strings, maybe? Or ask her to do so? That could be a good idea for the future.
Right? Shouldn't I be able to control them?
We should try it.
Honestly, I'm not a fan either. I agree. Do not like love triangles.
One day.
Yeah, and I lost my phone. But I doubt it even work here.
Yeah. It's a beautiful night.
Agreed.
We're looking for something dumb to do.
I still don't know how to make my space power. I think I could just watch over space. It's boring.
And you can make the sky brighter.
How come I couldn't fix it then?
All right, Mask. This is our time. Mask,
I forgot something.
Forgot what?
Sierra, I have to go and get it.
Why now?
I'll be quick.
Mosk! Fine. I don't need Sim anyways. I can do this by myself.
Hey, I don't need some... See... Don't you have like one invitation? If you go in now, you're not going to be able to let Mosk in. Or yourself, apparently. I guess they changed the password or something. Why didn't you do that before?
Sierra!
Hello?
You actually showed up.
How could I ever miss this?
That's true. You know, you all knew I was coming here and I decided to come anyway. Yeah, we all just were on the same page on this one.
Listen, Sierra, we will be watching you. Don't...
Why did she want to try it without the invitation? Why would she attempt that with the invitation there? What purpose would that serve? It's like me buying a ticket and then trying to sneak into the exact same event I'm going to. There's no point. I have the ticket.
try anything.
Oh, suspect me? I'm devastated to hear that. But chillax, ladies. I have nothing planned. Even though, if you're so worried, why don't you try kicking me out?
Our leader would be very sad if we refused to let someone in with an invitation.
Yeah, has your leader not informed you of what happened to the other invitation? Or was she not informed herself?
Explain that I'm from Romeo.
Oh.
Oh, God. Like, stop confessing to that. That's not gonna help your case. Why? They were gonna let you in. They're saying that you would feel sad about the invitation not coming in. So that was your excuse. That was your in. And then you have to say that. Like, what? Huh? That's like again, you know, me show up to an event with a ticket. People are like, you you shouldn't be here. We don't want you here. But I have a ticket. Yes, well, I guess we do have to let you in with a ticket. Thank you. Also, I'm a Death Eater. No! No, I would not say that.
Too late now.
Where's the other one?
Musk? Z's not coming.
Well, yeah, thanks to you. You could have waited for him.
I wanted to be alone tonight.
Come with us.
No.
You'd let them in? That's alarming.
I should stay here. I wouldn't want to ruin someone's experience.
Come with us, Sierra. You'll be standing next to us during the speech.
Thank you for your kindness, but
Let's go.
Please.
Screw you, Musk.
Curses, my only foil, manners.
Hey guys.
Hey!
Okay, love the blurred in the background there. That's probably the one actually I think that we probably should take from this, honestly. So we can blur out the extras that aren't fully defined for us.
Still no Kaido?
Don't mention it.
When's this starting?
Well, there we go. Oh, there's the heart again. I can fix them. Yeah. Wouldn't count on that for Death Eaters. Or for Ronrio members, honestly.
Hello, everyone. Sorry if I seem nervous, but I didn't really expect this. I didn't expect to be because here I am. And
This is on par with Hello Zuko here. I love it.
I guess I should tell you my plans. Well, as in right now, I'll be working with the Guardians to save the dimension and to eliminate the threat.
You're saying the threat. Do you have like a defined threat? I guess that's not like towards you. I guess Ronrio as a whole, but you could probably mention them by name.
After that, I'm planning to do something really big. It will be for the sake of everyone. Well, mostly for the sake of Piao and the Guardians, but it'll be for everyone. Then I like
Stop
to...
right there.
You left me for a rose?
How did he get in? What? They only had one invitation.
Don't worry, Sarah. Have this, my queen.
Why do you have that?
Have what? This rose? It's just a gift for you.
It's not a simple rose, is it? It's from Romeo.
I'm frankly surprised that he was able to bring that all the way. I guess because he's access to the gardens, but wow, okay.
Hold that away from me.
What's the meaning of this?
Leave her alone, Moss.
I'm just giving her a flower. Not feeling so strong, huh, my queen? This is what you deserve.
And now the echo's back because of the whole reality thing. I see.
Ooh, what's going on?
Is episode 12 your best performance as Yumeka? I'm not sure. If you ask me, I don't know necessarily. I say probably not. I think maybe like some of the season 1, like I think the season 1 episode. I still think my favorite Yumeka line of all time is the one where she reveals like the fact that she's the queen and is rushing at everyone because she wants to just get this position with. It's like, oh yeah, so this is the reason. Blah, 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 blah. Like, if you touched on me, blah, 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 blah. I can't even remember like the whole thing. Just like an amazing tirade of just like pure, unfiltered Yumeka. It's amazing. I can't remember what episode, what that number that was. Maybe it was 14. I don't know.
Stop right there.
Hideki. I wasn't doing anything. I was just going to give the queen this rose.
Hold on. Wait, go back a second. Wait a minute.
Forget it. For now.
Okay. What on earth? Okay, so I know I said like the selections and stuff. I guess because again you don't have like that many layers. I feel like if you can, maybe you find out if your editing software has masking, because like it's distracting to have the rectangles as a blur for the other character want to find, or just don't blur the extras for this particular scene, or pretend the camera's is like further ahead of them. One of those options I would have said.
I'm not sure what that rose reminded you of, but it certainly wasn't something pleasurable.
It's okay.
Come on, kid, time to go.
Where are you taking
Time to go? Done yet?
me?
Away from here, that's for sure. You need to be in a place where you don't have to think about being the queen.
Oh, what? On like the party? Sorry, if you thought you need to be the place about to be a queen, why bring her to like the coronation party of the queen?
We made this party just for her. It wouldn't be nice to simply take our queen away.
Your queen is a human being. She needs to rest. Overall, she should be the one to decide what to do.
You're trying to decide for her and immediately take her away.
I should follow you.
Alright. Let's go.
I mean, I guess she technically made a choice, but
I
oof.
failed you.
Yeah, feels like I'm into it, but oh well.
Eve? Who said you failed?
Okay, fair enough.
I never said you failed me. But I did say you were Abomination who failed.
Anything will happen.
What?
Yeah, they didn't hurt the queen directly.
But they attacked me.
Forgot how much power it has.
This
I mean, they barely did anything.
isn't fair.
Also, there's still like 2 Rombrio members in this room right now who haven't left yet. You want to do something about
what's
that, maybe,
going on?
Guardians?
What's going on? I'm so confused.
Remember, okay, so Mosk presented a rose from Romrio, so like the Gardens of Romrio, not the organization Romrio. Remember in episode 11, Yumeka and Yami were in that rose garden. You commented the garden specifically. Yes, that garden, that rose is a symbol of Yumeka's trauma.
Oh. Was that on purpose or accidental?
She literally says it's a rose from Romrio. It's deliberate.
Oh dang. We love reminding people of their trauma.
Well, I mean, Mosk is a villain, so yes.
I couldn't agree more.
I hope Yumeka is okay.
I bet that Rose could traumatize Aiden as well. No, he closed his eyes for the traumatic parts.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I was blind during that time period. Wait, the light spell was used on me. It blinded me.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Kaito!
Sorry I'm late, but where are you headed?
Oh, I wanted to get some air. It doesn't matter though. Come.
That's what she said.
What was that?
It was a pretty solid
What?
plan.
Well, that solid plan failed. It turned into a liquid plan.
It's not my fault. Hideki made me feel intimidated.
Ugh, it didn't even go.
But you,
I
what,
mean,
you
you
didn't
did-
even you didn't even see Hideki until later. Like you did the whole Rose plan before you even saw Hideki at all. What are you talking
No
about?
offense, but what was the point of crashing the party for you guys? Like, what, you crashed the party, what, to traumatize Yumeka? Okay, and?
I feel like yeah.
I feel like, come on, like, no one died, like, you didn't kidnap anyone, you didn't drug anyone, like, come on, really? You just go there to remind them of their trauma? I mean, that's it? You didn't try to do anything else? I mean, I would try to do a lot more if I had a chance where someone's vulnerable and I wanted to hit them where it hurts. I would do a lot more than just remind them of trauma.
Yeah, so yeah, from Moss' perspective, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, from Sierra's perspective, it seems like she had something else that she was planning to do beforehand, but then just decided not to because honestly, I don't know why. That would have been a perfect chance before they took Yumeka away. It's not like she like left the building instantaneously and they were still there. And now they're outside again. Will their petition even still work anymore?
Go with my plan. So I guess we're even.
What happened?
I feel like I've seen more solid villain plans than Disco Pops.
Now?
We wait for something big.
And?
Follow our usual orders.
Huh?
Well, I mean, wasn't this a big thing? This was like a huge thing.
Yeah,
them.
so this is back to routine, I guess, which
Like,
is
come
not
on.
going to work out as well.
I would have took this opportunity. I mean, again, a ball. No one's expecting you to be attacked. Well, I mean, you guys kind of told them
Everyone
that you
was.
had him. They're kind of expecting it, but that's just because you guys were idiots. But if
They
you
were
were
expecting it, but
smart-
they did nothing. They let you in despite knowing Rio. Everything aligned for their plan, and it was also like built up for again 6 episodes physically and like 12 spiritually, and yet it came down to this, unfortunately.
Man, honestly, I would have went extreme with it. You know, have some murder. Oh wait, what if Yumeka got kidnapped? It reminded her like her, or what if her friend got kidnapped and held for ransom? And it's like, oh no, I gotta go save my friend. And then she turns herself in, and then they experiment on her, or something like so dark, so dark.
They've already
I don't know.
experimented on her. That was episode 11.
Well, even more. I'm saying, stop kidnapping people. Listen, no, kidnapping is fun. Just ask Alana. She loves being kidnapped. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't. She
I mean,
hates
if
it.
the creator is saying that they're not going to kidnap anyone, including Yumeka the Queen, potentially their plan would have had more of a permanent result. Let's say if they'd gone through with it.
Murder? Ooh. Listen.
You know what? Sure, I'm not even monetizing the video anyway. Yes, murder. I was trying to dance around it, but yes.
It's not gonna be monetized anyways because of the very beginning of the stream.
That's what I just said. You're gonna like season 3. Okay, so there is a 3rd season coming. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get another chance. I'm sure of it.
We only have 4 episodes left, man.
I don't need reassurance.
She's an angry woman.
I mean, she has a right to be, but also kind of not because she's the one who bailed in the end. But oh well.
Oopsie.
And the party's still going. No one cared.
No.
Look who's here.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Wait, where were you? Excuse
That's
me?
what we're going to find out.
Promise I have a good excuse.
Tell us.
I'm not aware of time back at home, so I didn't know I was late.
Sounds fair to me.
Right?
That's
Nah,
okay. Wait, that's
forgive
kind of a
her.
lame excuse, though. I mean, I'm gonna
And
be
also-
honest. If you're
yeah,
gonna
also-
have a character not be there for like allegedly a big event that you've been building for multiple episodes, you got to give a big excuse, like they've been kidnapped, something horrific happened, they had a terrible revelation, something. I feel like it gotta be kind of something super interesting besides the fact, like, honestly, they could have been at the party, just a very minor character in the party, not doing much around the party. Maybe like see a scene or two at most of them, just hanging out at the party. Like, you really don't want to do much with them because it's a ball, you know. Well, listen, I have kidnapping on the mind, okay? I guess you could say it kidnapped my thoughts.
Help.
Didn't
Let me
she?
go.
But
season
exactly. Okay, I support that. Actually, that would be such a dramatic finale. Everyone gets taken by this organization, and they
Season
all
3 is actually a 16 long episode of a heist. Like,
no, wait, one of them doesn't get kidnapped, everyone else dies, and then like the rest, and like part of season 3 is trying to break into this thing and like assemble a new team to save the rest of them because they're all in grave danger. If they don't get saved, they'll all be either experimented on or die, and maybe one of them gets turned evil, and then they end up being an antagonistic force, constantly fighting them.
Queen that's been hinted at, that might have something to do with it.
How am I supposed to make it up to
Ooh.
you?
Well,
Awakening
as
the Dark
long as
Queen.
You're here now.
Oh, how was the speech?
Terrible. It sucked.
I love those eyes, though. The ditto
What?
eyes.
What
They're
did I
funny.
miss?
I used them a lot.
Still here.
I could ask you the same thing. Do you even have somewhere to go, Yami?
I do, actually. Why? Offering me somewhere to crash at.
You wish. Or, well, I wish.
Were you looking
Ah.
for me?
How did
Nice
you know?
wordplay.
Oh, so you were.
Oh, wait,
That's
is
not
he evil
bad.
or good? I'm confused. Where does he stand morally?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So remember, he was the villain in season 1, but like, but then we just saw again his backstory as to like how he became that way, the darkness of his like, and the corruption that came from his own power. So essentially, like at his core, he has the power to be a good person, but because the darkness within, he has a ways to go, and that's why he's kind of marginalized.
I do wonder if he's gonna go into the darkness and become worse, or go into the light. Who knows? I do actually like character arcs like that where it could go either way. Where it's like it's either the character could get really good or get really bad really quickly, just because of a few decisions that they make. I do think
Yeah.
that's
You
an
think
interesting
of the
character
speed.
arc.
Everything about it was awful.
Do you know why Yumeka was so scared?
Please, don't bring it up.
Sorry. Are
We
you
love trauma.
okay?
Yes, just don't
No.
bring it up.
Do you possess a bad memory linked to roses as well?
No, it's just you're not helping. He said don't bring it up, and you're like, okay, but you possess a bad memory, which brings up this problem. It's like that's not helping.
We literally mock this in the music girl, don't we? It's like, it's like I like to talk about it. Sure. Can you crush balls with it, dude?
just like, hey, sorry, I can't talk about this. It's very hard for me to talk about. It's really traumatizing. Okay, but I don't understand though. Why does it traumatize you? It's like you're not helping. I said I can't talk about it.
Tell me in full. No, I can't. Oh, that's fine. All right. By the way, what's my favorite song? I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
He just starts crying in the corner, like no.
That's a real song, by the way.
Like, listen, okay, man. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I would. If I were him, I would want to be left alone too. If everyone around me was an idiot, be like, leave me alone.
Yeah, and yes, we're watching episode 12.
Who's Ace?
Probably either regular viewers of Prism of Voices or also a VA. I don't know. I don't actually know. Just your okay, so fine, VA then.
Ah.
Just like your character. Oh, So this is Kaito's VA. Okay, got it.
No, wait.
And then he confesses his love to
let you
him.
go.
Why?
You're my friend, Yami. That's why.
That's what they all say. That's what historians will say about me. He lived with his friend for years on end. Like he never married, and he was always with his friend. Like, okay.
You are my nakama.
You're one of the strongest guardians. We'd be lost.
Is he a
without you.
guardian though? Is he technically a guardian?
Yes, he's technically a guardian.
Oh.
He hasn't got anything, but he has the power to be one.
Need me for
Protecting people from anything. Maybe defeating Nightmare.
You don't get it,
Well, there's a name drop.
do you?
Get what?
Trauma.
Whatever. You guys don't need me. You guys never need me. I'm your threat. I'm the thing you guys swore to destroy.
Yami.
Well, I mean, we're not trying to destroy you now. You want to be friends?
Sort of, yeah.
Find them. I need you. I would.
I need you. I'm in love with you. Like,
well, what about
dang.
me, Diogenes? You'll hurt the movement if you go, but also me. What about me?
Don't you love me? Like that. Sean enters the chat where he's just like, don't you love me, Diogenes? Don't you love me enough to break out of mind control?
Apparently the answer was no.
Without you.
Stop it. No.
Are you guys gonna kiss or not?
No, they're doing the quadsy hug.
You don't get it.
Why are you acting like this? What's wrong?
It doesn't matter.
Please, talk to me. We can fix everything together. I'll be with you, Yami.
Leave me alone.
Oh, see? Are you sure? I kind of I you, but oh no. I don't care.
I'll always be by your side, Diogenes. I will always be here.
I will always
right
be
by
your
side.
loyal follower.
Okay, but actually, like jokes aside, the voice acting for these two has like
Yeah,
picked up
no, it
significantly
actually
in
is
this
really
scene.
good. Like,
Yeah.
You don't actually mean any of that.
Yeah.
What
Actually,
if he does mean it? What do you
Prism,
mean?
Prism, how much Fallen Angels have you actually watched? Because
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the whole Sean and being in love with Diogenes joke is kind of just is kind of a behind the scenes thing or a thing we talk about on streams. It's not actually technically a part of the show itself. It's just a dumb.
yeah,
joke
no,
we
it's
have.
exactly.
It has nothing to do with the show itself. It's just a joke about the show.
Mhm.
The character relationship.
Need to give them gay scenes for the. Hey, yeah, whatever works.
Am I interrupting?
Hey.
Miyu.
Will you tell the others about me?
That was quick.
Will you?
That was about as quick as you are.
No.
I thought it was paused for a second, but yeah, it just was a moment of silence.
There was a
But
pause.
I won't. Just be quick and say whatever you need to say and go.
Right.
Go.
Yami.
Go make out somewhere else in the closet.
Yeah.
Wait, literally. Oh my god, they're making out in the closet.
Oh,
that wasn't.
It'd be really funny if they like had their first kiss, like if they're right here because Miyu was like, "Hey, hurry up!" Oh, okay, yeah, sure, fine, like that. Just immediately, it's like, "Oh, why do you say so soon? Yeah, we gotta go. Fine, I'll wrap this up quickly." Yeah, so just to be clarified, yes, I have always loved you, and I feel from the beginning, and yes, here's smooch, and then off you go.
I didn't mean to snap. I'll be back soon, okay? Take care of my sister, Alex.
I will.
Bye.
I thought about it.
What?
Oh. What?
I'm giving you more time.
Lady Gaga? Is it just Lady Gaga entered a screen, basically? Hey, Lady Gaga here. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know what that was
Lady
about. I'm
Gaga.
kind of confused by that.
Lady Gaga was the real queen this whole time.
Oh my god, yes. You know, well, I mean, technically they were having a moment together. I mean, Lady Gaga had to observe.
What if we kissed while my sister was talking about my guardian was spying us? Well, I guess I guess that would be we could say that was a kiss from a rose, all right?
Baby! I give you a kiss from a rose. Oh yeah. God. Baby, I got a kiss from a rose. Oh yeah. I don't know. Oh, those Aftermath videos were so good back in the day with the whole Kiss from the Rose saga minigames.
Yeah, I vaguely remember those. I mean, honestly, like the most iconic version for me, of course, was the Dan Avi Down, which is why I used it for Puppy Love, and got no copyrights apparently.
He's not that bad. He just looks lost.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Let's get back.
I mean, that's pretty clear. But okay.
Okay. Thank you, Miu.
For what?
Will you really not tell?
I won't. I don't know what he means to you, but he must be important.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know Miu? Are you dense?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge by now that Alex was in contact with Yami during the
Well,
event.
I mean, it's more than that. It's like they were blushing at each other. It's not normally to do that to friends or just friends, quote unquote. I mean, just
okay, yeah. You better just describe. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'll watch the bits. You better describe every frame to me. Okay, so this frame is where the runner disappears. I'm kidding.
We just watch it frame by frame, like we slow it down to like 10 frames per second, or
Yeah,
like
this
even
this one is the blurred rectangle.
Glad to have another guardian.
To be
I wish
fair,
the
I
others
feel
to
like problems in videos like this, you don't really notice problems like small like frame issues or small little video issues. Like maybe like for example in Fallen Angels, how sometimes a mouse will actually go on screen briefly. You don't notice that unless you're paying really close attention. You know, you
Yeah,
don't notice the very, very specific brief problems.
Yeah, like
unless you're paying
normally whenever
hyper attention.
yeah, when I'm watching something, sometimes like I might catch like one or two things, but definitely not as many as whenever I'm in review mode.
Yeah.
Accept him. I don't want to fight.
The blurred rectangle. Everything's your favorite guardian.
We might.
Wait, but Lady Gaga is still my favorite guardian, though. I mean, like, oof, she's got no poker face.
No, because a blurred rectangle blurred her face out. That's why.
Exactly.
That's what I was
thinking. Poker face and poker move. Oh god.
Brooklyn Rage. Yeah.
Oh my god. And then they get married. The end.
What, those two? No.
No, the other two. Unless they get in like some weird throuple, which is possible. But you know, I don't think they. I think they just kind of want the room to themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or
yeah. Chat. Quick question: do thruples count as love triangles, or do they have to be like conflict between each other for it to count?
I think conflict between each other have to count realistically, because I think that's the only way. It's like because a throuple, everyone's together, versus in a love triangle, it's normally one person being pursued by two separate people. On a rare occasion, it's like a literal triangle where everyone goes after everyone.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's one person being pursued by two potential romantic people who they could be with. And normally, like, the romantic rivals for her or his attention don't normally have eyes for each other either. So it's not... So I wouldn't say that's necessarily a love triangle. A love triangle only really involving conflict and competing for one person's love.
Hilda's still here. It's been 3 hours. It's not my fault. We talked about descendants.
Okay, so back to that topic. Nah.
Oh, look at that distraction. Here's the video.
Since when did you join?
Oh, hey, not too long ago. Where
Not
were
too
you
long
guys?
ago. They just forgot about me for the episode, pretty much. Oh, I guess the ball ended horribly. Oh, wait, dude, I thought you were trying to stay hidden. Don't walk in front of them.
Why do I
Dummy.
feel like why do I feel like this is like a Cusco scene where he stops the show and then talks to her and then breaks the fourth wall?
Okay, why are you walking near them? Your whole thing was, hey, I don't want them to know I'm here, and then you immediately walk into a giant room where they're all standing.
That is a good point, and there's not like there's any other guests who are still at this point or like
Yeah, we
coming
don't
in
see
here.
any. We don't see any other guests, and it's not like he's very well hidden. Like it's not like he's wearing like a dark hoodie with the hood up, and like he has his face shadowed, and no one can tell his identity. No, he's blatantly walking around like himself. So it's not really a great disguise. How didn't they see him? Or did they see him? I hope.
They just didn't care.
Calmer? Can you...
Oh wow, I'd sitting on the hood of a car is actually like relatable to me now because I did that as soon as I broke my arm.
Oh, we should have a mutant girl character sit on top of a car once.
I thought I said having to go kind of break their arm. It's like,
What?
I mean,
Actually, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, hey, you and me can relate. We've both broken parts. Well, you broke your arm, I broke my wrist, but we have both broken stuff in the arm area. So you know.
Okay, yeah.
I
alright.
mean, hey, that could be a future storyline for probably season 4, honestly. But you know, maybe like a mini arc where like someone breaks their arm in the main cast, and then they just have to, and just for a few episodes they have like a cast on or something, or a sling if possible.
Oh look, it's the scene from the final teaser, which I skipped.
Talk? What does it mean to you?
Hysteria, death, helplessness.
Okay, girl, calm down. Sorry, traumatic flashbacks.
Yeah, neither Alex nor Hideki seems.
Oh, ew! Not Dear Evan Hansen. Gross. I hate that.
I was thinking that, to be fair. I was thinking about that when
Okay,
you mentioned
I know
it.
that's the thing, but I know he breaks his arm in it. But no, I don't like that musical. That musical, like the songs, I like some of the songs in it. I hate the storyline. Like I absolutely think that storyline is appalling and horrible, and it's terrible. And no, I can just no with that musical. Like I love some of the music in it, but I just hate that story. That's gross. Exactly. Down with Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Raina Flores, everybody dunks on you. I swear that half the things they say about you aren't even true. I don't know the song.
I like the song Good For You. Well, good for you. Good for you. So you got what you really wanted. So all your dreams come true. Good for you. Good for you. You
know,
found life so perfect. Something so you have to do what you got to do. Good for you. Good for you.
The more we talk about this, the
Sorry,
more positive comes out, apparently.
I love that song. But I hate the musical and the story associated with it. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the songs are good. I like some of the songs, unfortunately. You know.
This is
Anyways.
Oh no. I have to watch that after Descendants now.
Don't watch Dear Evan Hansen. No.
Could you tell me what exactly?
Trauma. Okay, girl, calm down. Control it.
Better?
Sis? That's great! I'm sure stage will have worsened if she went to listen to my speech.
She doesn't know you're the queen.
When are you telling her?
Soon.
Would she be proud?
Certainly.
She will know soon enough.
I don't think so.
That sounds ominous.
You know what bothers me?
What?
Yuki hasn't shown up all night. I thought she'd be here.
I thought she didn't like you anymore.
When was the
What? What? That's horrible.
Yeah, I thought she I thought she wanted it out from the Guardians specifically because you were here, you mega. You annoying individual.
I think she hates you, you mecha. I think she thinks you're a appalling human being, trash. You're not worthy of being the queen. You're nothing but garbage and a waste of space. I think that's what she thinks. It's a personal slight against you,
Why
you
didn't I
mecha.
update you?
You were telling me about dream stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! How did I not clock at the fact that she was like wearing a coat over her dress now? I don't know why I just missed that entirely.
Remember now?
In a way, it reminds me of your father.
Really?
Yeah.
You knew
Just
her
like that,
daddy?
too.
Do you?
We barely know anything about anyone's any of the Guardians' parents actually.
How old are they? Are they minors or are they adults? I hope they're adults. Are they adults, Prism? Because, yeah, like, listen, there's a reason why I made Alana explicitly 19, because everyone in the main cast is a legal adult. They're
all...
Okay.
Well, like all of them, they're all the exact same age. I guess you know they were plucked from different parts of time.
Okay,
So
you know, hey,
they can
good,
be.
because like, listen, like, it somewhat
Okay, yeah,
17
yeah.
season 1. Yeah, I don't know. I find it easier to make them adults because they're less dependent on parents. And you know,
Well, I mean,
mine.
I don't know. I feel like I was like 19 or 18.
Well, technically you are dependent on
most of the
parents,
time.
but you know, you have. But in Fallen Angels, technically you have like Adam, who's technically rich by human standards. Technically.
The only reason that Alana seems to move out is actually because you know she's a fugitive, which is a valid reason.
Is him?
Yeah. Did you know your dad beat me up?
What?
You would have loved
I don't know.
honestly.
Did you hear?
Also, hold on. Can we just? I need to look at this interaction. Throw back to season 2, episode 2. What do you mean? Well, Yuki and you basically having a day out.
What? Okay. Turn off the caps lock, please. Don't turn on the caps lock. No.
I love the scream of there. I love the scream of just. How could you not remember this, creator of the show?
Called my brother.
Yes.
Okay, be right back.
Unreal.
Oh, okay. I should make it known that we're almost done.
Download first. The news spread.
I know, but how did they know though? And does Mom know?
She doesn't know. Yumeka. Could he be staying in the house I bought you?
Wait, could he be? What was that line?
You can't?
It would put him in danger. However, do we think I should visit?
No.
Sorry? I don't know what's going on in your head, but I will respect your wishes. Would you like to update me on the Yuki situation?
In the morning. Can we go now?
Certainly.
I think I might skip by accident. Sorry about that.
What's the obsession with the invitations?
Excuse me?
I mean, the obsession with him. Yeah, that's a good question, but it didn't even it didn't matter in the end anyway. Oh, I guess Yuki's hair's changed again. All right then.
Did you see that?
Really? I'm not always looking. Maybe you could have brought me with you. That way, I would have known what happened.
This looks like a far more pleasant void to be in than the other one.
I'm not hurt. How was it?
Terrible. Mask made me think about that one. The time when.
Warn you. I had a feeling those two would do something like that.
I should go.
What specifically you worried about, like them showing a rose? That's a very, very specific plan that they might have pulled off. Okay.
To sleep. I'm not feeling so well. I just wanted to update you.
Oh, could it be staying in the house? Okay, I see. Alright, thanks, Josh.
Rest up. I'll be here if you need me. You always have access to my void.
Thank you.
Yummy, 1 second.
Yes?
Did you see Alex?
Why?
Why does she sound like an NPC now for some reason? Like an AI, I don't know why.
Did you?
Yes.
However, you didn't tell him about me?
Or join them?
Oh, this is Kirai. Kirai!
No.
Then
My wife. Oh my goodness. I've heard people I've had people simp for some of my characters, but I've never done it myself for one of my own. Must be an interesting experience.
I must thank you for not betraying me. You could have told Alex about me, or about this void. You could have gone with Alex to the Guardians, but you didn't. You stayed loyal.
Obviously.
And your loyalty shall be rewarded in this life or the next.
I'm grateful for that. It's good to know I can always rely on you.
Good night.
Good night.
You killed us. I get that, yeah, getting too attached. You mecha, stop making my ears bleed. You mecha my brain rot. You mecha me go crazy. Ooh. And a nice way to end off. You've got impressive music anyway, but nice little bit of crickets and silence. It's all you need sometimes. Honestly, Aiden tells me that. Told me that on a few occasions. All right. Well, that was episode 12, and yeah, that was interesting. I don't know what I was necessarily expecting to happen in this party, considering that the episode is 28 minutes long. You'd have thought the events from the party itself would have gone on for a bit longer, or potentially that Sierra particularly would have done something else that isn't just, let Moss come back because, I don't know, Sierra wasn't even let into that plan in the first place. She had any contribution to it. So yeah, that part was kind of a letdown, but the rest of it, seeing the Guardians, they're still having to go through two of them having to rise to a challenge of being a leader at the same time. We're still being made to feel for Yami, and that, I think the timing of the backstory for Yami and this episode coming together, they did complement each other. Although I wonder if that's because if the inclusion of Yami as much and the Yami drama of this episode was as a result of the backstory coming out at this point, or it was worked out in tandem, or the background or the backstory was chosen to complement this episode. Either way, they do work with each other, despite any of that. And of course, as usual, apart from some of the visual details this time, that aesthetic that is so signature for the Guardians at this point is still there. The sound engineering is actually pretty great, and even the voice acting picked up significantly. I mean, I think there's still a couple of occasions, with for example, that don't quite work as well. But I don't know if necessarily if my voice in your head is telling you to direct your voice actors a bit more than before, or a different way. But something must have given a result. Do I like episode 11 or episode 12 more? That's a good question. I'm not necessarily so fond of the genre that episode 11 suggested, so that might be a bit of a bias against it. I think they're honestly about the same as each other to me, because they both drop the ball on two occasional. Oh, actually, wait, no. I think maybe the romance stuff tips it slightly, because I mean, and having something else, come out the light dark for the characters who honestly they all deserve it the most. But I mean, particularly Alex and Yami, but also Axel and Ayaka, who, I mean, they're the more of the casual example. I think that sort of tips the scales for me a bit. But then again, I guess that is not compensated by the fact that Sierra tries to break in without the invitation that she literally took pains to acquire in a previous episode throughout a whole series of convoluted events. My favorite episode season so far, I'd have to rewatch them again because, again, since I watched this, like when they come out all like in twos, I end up forgetting all the fine details with this particular series. So, or like, well, it's not this particular one, like any of the ones that I do reviews of, I tend to try and space them out on purpose sometimes. So, yeah, I'd have to go back. I would have done that for this episode as well, but writing called and I responded. So, yeah, maybe I'll sum that up like after episode 16 potentially. I'll just like do a private rewatch before on the day when that episode happens to come out. Maybe. We shall see. But yeah, hope that you enjoyed this review and that it made up for the disaster that was the last one, because that's only was the most important thing. I mean, I think I said this at the end of season 1, but like I'm like it's still true. The Guardians is my favorite gacha series. Like out of all the ones that I don't think the ones I've like featured on reviews, because I don't watch that many gachas just casually anymore, thanks to this series. So yeah, I do want to actually like embrace like represent how much I actually enjoy it, and I get to actually share that with everyone else. So ultimately, yeah, like I want to like remain. Hopefully that will, hopefully my voice, having said that twice now, will remind people. But yeah, I do love this series to bits. Like I love how far it's come, and I love how just how good it is in general, and the fact that it is for the most part character driven. There's lore, but you have to like focus on it all at once, just reveal bit by bit. Honestly, it strikes that balance. Yeah. You really enjoyed the review? Okay, great. Because it's time to go, because it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike, because you're pretty much already. Check out, if you're watching this on the VOD, check out the Patreon link, which I'm going to put after this. Consider getting a membership too, because I'm not going to monetize anything from this video. Absolutely no way. But yeah, also it's the place to use playlists. But yeah, on that note, until next time.